Unfortunate ending to the last series, but the show must go on. Congratulations, though, to
Yeah.
the other team. Not That was such a long break. I've already forgotten Foxy Gaming. It's
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh, such a long time. But unfortunately, Red Horse has to go home, and they will not be continuing on in the FSL Elite journey. But we now have our game from Foxy and Rawr, who played on Thursday. So this is a rematch grudge game. Yes. How do you feel, Aurora?
Um, I mean, I think I've kind of seen this coming because Red Horse they have to change their player like all of a sudden, and like ISOX has to like sub within like 1 or 2 weeks. So definitely their preparations are not gonna be sufficient compared to the other teams. But because I think they put out a good fight, especially in the game too. So props to that. But Foxy has shown that they are the better team here. And of course, they have been together since like I think 1 or 2 years ago. And then only I think 3 weeks ago they changed their carry. So definitely even though they also changed their player, but they have more time to prepare compared to Red Horse. So yeah, they had the upper hand.
So you're saying that Foxy does seem stronger than Rawr? Or do you think
Um
it's an even battle?
I think it's going to be an even battle,
Hmm.
especially because the teams kind of know each other very well because
Hmm.
they have gone up against each other for quite a few times now, and I think like everyone just knows each other, so it's going to be a very close fight.
Right. And Roy did just drop down into the lower bracket, so
Mm.
they must be, hungry for more. They must be really,
Yep.
angry after that last loss. So
Yes.
they really want to keep the win, but so does the other team. It's just going to be a really intense battle here for the grand finals. So, I mean, I think it's anyone's game. Yeah.
Yep. I think so too. I think it's good that even though we have quite a bit of delay and the games so long, but I guess Raw had the luxury to take a look at themselves and then study all this. So yeah, it's like I guess we look at the good side here, right?
Right.
But like definitely Foxy is like gonna be tired like after all those games. But I think um it's kind of like your last series
Mhm.
until tomorrow. So
Right.
I'm pretty sure both teams will be able to give it their best shot regardless of the circumstances. Yeah.
Correct. Exactly that. And our lineup is ready. So let's go take a look at who is on these teams. All right. And if I remember correctly, it was Roar that took the game last time from Foxy. So Foxy is going to be back for blood. They're going to be, hot and ready. They want to get this win. So, I mean, it's going to be an intense game.
It is, and that for that series, I particularly remember that it was super long as well for all three games. And oh my, I'm not sure if Foxy feels any like exhaustion from the last series, but I'm pretty sure they are gonna be out for blood. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, I mean, it was really unlucky. Like the first
Mm.
15-minute pause, and then after to disconnect again. I mean, even right now it's raining for me as well in the Philippines, so the weather is not looking too good. So my heart goes out to Ligaya. I hope she's okay
Yeah.
and hope she's doing well. But yeah, it's unfortunate, but these are just the things you have to deal with sometimes. The show must go on, and so we
Mm-hmm.
must play some Dota. But what was some of your hot takes from last game? I mean, I think regardless, this might be a hot take, but regardless of the disconnect or not, I think that Foxy, we're gonna take it anyways.
Yeah, I think the game has gone a little bit too late to the point where in terms of Foxy's lineup, they already have four cores. Like Dawn has started to, have too many items to even die. And then
Mm.
Shaman as well, like she has her BKB and like Aeon, Dagger, everything. Like it's really hard to kill her. So I think what went wrong was in the early phase, I think there are a lot of small little things that made it happen. But I would say I saw Miri had like 3k gold around there in her inventory, like she didn't spend any of it. And she kind of, went on like that for 7 to 8 minutes. Now, as a mid player myself, I've had mentors, I have coaches. They would say like, look, even if you can't decide on an item, you can't, like not buy anything to, accelerate your farm. Like it's okay if you buy wrong, but then again, it's just your first item. You need to buy something.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like I saw Miri dominated the lane, but then like she didn't really, like use it to her advantage. So I felt that was a little bit awkward. And then later on, I think as an FE, you would want to use your chrono as much as possible, especially when the Wave King is still pretty weak, like he can't do anything. So I think like even to just force some reactions would be good, and I don't think they lack the damage at all. They have Corp, they have Footwink, and even Oracle can dish out like pretty decent damage as a support. So I think definitely they could have done more there. But then to be fair, since the draft, I think FV is pretty hard to make it. Like
Mm-hmm.
you picked it in the I think 16, 17, like the 16
Mm-hmm.
faces white and then 17 the co-op. I feel you have already seen the void spirit. You probably could have just picked the co-op anyway and another support that could enable the co-op more.
Mm-hmm.
Like Oracle is fine. It is fine, but then I felt the faces white was picked in a way where you feel too pressured to do something with it.
Mm-hmm.
And then like you are left with, like two picks where you need to make the chrono seem, like strong, powerful, but then you are left with Quap and then a last support pick, which you kind of needed to be damaged, but then I think Foxy banned it, if I'm not mistaken. I think they banned the AA, they banned the Snapfire, so then there was really no other support picks that really can complement the chrono. So then I feel the faces what was shown too early. She has to like take it on from like a offlane pick, another carry pick. It's like you can't survive in your lane and you can't out carry the opponent's carry. So I think the faces white pick was really questionable. Yeah.
That's some S tier analysis right there. But
Yeah,
I
I
mean, yeah,
mean,
we saw how hard it was though. Like even especially with the Solar Guardian with the Ag Scepter, like the evasion, it was so hard for Void to do anything during the chronos. So and like the
yeah.
heals as well. I think it was yeah, like you said, a bit of a questionable pick, especially into the Dawnbreaker.
Mm.
But I think also the lanes, like mid lane, Mary definitely won her lane, but I think the side lanes of Foxy, they did quite a good job. Like if I
Yeah, they did.
recall.
Yeah, I think the Doom was kind of just a beast. I remember I saw like while the others, even the Pango was pretty, like strong, but she was only sitting at like less than 6,000 and the
Mhm.
Doom was already getting close to 10,000. That's like double the net worth. And I mean, I know Doom is Doom, but still double the net worth at this early. Oh my god! And she got her BKB at 15 minutes. I mean, that was just pure despair for me. If I'm the opposing team, I just don't know how to kill this Doom anymore.
Fear, despair. Yeah, it was just Doom doing Doom things. I know the net worth was so crazy. Like Doom was just way, way, way high up. Yeah, but
Yeah.
I think our draft is ready, so we can start going into it right now.
Ooh.
I like the
We
Nyx into Drow. I mean, not Nyx into Drow. Nyx into Dawn. It's classic.
Yeah. But interesting, we haven't seen DP getting picked up after the
10
nerf,
seconds remaining.
but
That is
yet
true.
it's picked here. I was thinking like
5 seconds
the
remaining.
last game, even though FV was kind of awkward there, they probably could have still picked DP.
Mm-hmm.
Like DP still, destroys spirits and she still does pretty well as a mid hero because like you don't really need to expect to fight a strength hero mid and especially Void Spirit was already shown. So like the nerve doesn't really affect that. And DP is just a really good, like
Radiant
combination with
team ban.
faces white, and you can take tower much early, which is what Doom detests. And like for Foxy Gaming, they didn't really have anything that could defend the DP, so I thought it was definitely a much better pick there. But I guess we're down to comfort picks, and that's
Mm-hmm.
fine. That's understandable.
10
But yeah,
seconds
look, we
remaining.
have Hoodwink again from Rawr.
Wee
5
hooing!
seconds
But yeah, I think also it really depends. It could be a 3 DP or it could be a mid DP, right? So
Yeah,
I
it could even be
mean,
a support DP,
yeah,
I
it could
think.
even be support. But I do like the Nyx DP lane. You have the stun with the magic damage, and the kill potential is really high.
Yeah, and it's pretty annoying too. Like if you let the DP get a hit and she's just gonna, like mow down your towers, and you don't really want that as, Dawn or
Right.
even say Hoodwink.
We also have this Dawn Hoodwink pairing. This I don't know if this is like, man, every time I see Dawn, I really hope it's a core Dawn because I feel like it's so much more fun to watch. But
Yeah.
it's probably like both of those are the supports.
I still think like if I were to play the Dawn or if I were to pick the Dawn, I would still want to play a core against the next because then I'll be able to get BKB early and then the next wouldn't do much to me.
Right.
Then we go on from there. But as a support, it's already kind of hard in the lane, isn't it? Like you wanna use your hammer, but then next just press his E and you're like, oh, okay, I guess, that kind of thing, that sort of thing.
Yeah, the
But
spike carapace
yeah.
definitely like will stop you from doing a lot of things on the map. And since like you
Yeah.
that means like you as a Dawn will have to be like semi close to the fight every time it breaks out because a lot of times because of this Nyx your ult like won't be able to even finish.
Yep. So it's like you can't really afford to be away from the fight, but at the same time you want to be the one taking the dead lanes farm so
Right.
that like it lessens the map pressure on your team. So it's kind of a conflict. But if you're a core, I think like you can just rush BKB and you can still do, like what the Dawn does. It's just now you need to remember that the Dawn has to rush BKB, so then you need to pick a lineup that can compensate the damage that is lacking from the
Mm-hmm.
lineup.
I like
But
how they
yeah,
banned Lina on Foxy's side though, because if you saw the first day, KJ was
yeah.
playing Lina and she was like a machine gun. Like she basically turned into a carry.
Oh my god, that the ending though, like she literally just went, I am
Oh
going
yeah.
in, I am running it down, and then wow, she set it up perfectly for her team to like. I mean, I don't recall there's a Magnus, I don't recall there's a Tidehunter that game, but like the RP, the Ravage all happened. I was like, what's going on?
Right.
But yeah, I think yeah, like you said, I think against Raw, you should just ban the Lina because you can always pick the Lina early. That's for sure, and she doesn't really have any other matchup that can really contest against her. So it's really good for them to just take the Lina out and like think about it less.
Right. Here's the
Ooh, the
Lich
Lich
pick.
again.
So we know it's not a support DP, but another Lich pick. It's not my favorite, but I guess it does kind of work out. That Frost Shield, I think they buffed it, so now it's like pretty strong.
Hmm. I think it's also annoying when you have like your front lines that are really strong in the early game and you just put force shield on them.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's a tiny. Questionable.
Questionable.
Because I think although they nerfed the max HP as damage on the DP's third spell, I think Tiny still doesn't really enjoy playing against a DP.
Right.
Because you want to feel tanky, you want to feel strong, but then DP, like takes that trait off you. Like she just makes you feel, oh, I threw all my spells. Okay, I need to get out. And as a Tiny, you can't really, back on that because it's really hard for a Tiny to go in and get out, go in and get out. I
Right.
think you can do it honestly. Oh, the razor pick though.
Oh my goodness. Oh, another void pick. So, like you were
I think
saying, you think the DP with the void would have worked better last game. This is what you're seeing now.
yeah, and I think Faceless Void is kind of like illegal to not pick here because Faceless Void is just too good against their heroes. Like you have no burst, and Faceless Void is naturally like one of the best laners against Razor because you don't suffer as much as other core. And later on you have the priority to just chrono him, so like you really don't have to worry about Razor as much as you do as other heroes. But
Yeah, but
yeah,
then you
it's
might run into the problem again of the Dawnbreaker versus the Void, right? If this Dawn
yeah.
is, I mean, we don't know yet if it's core or support, but if it's support, you get the Ags. The Chronos become kind of well. The Chronos don't become the problem. Well, the Solar Guardian becomes the problem.
Yeah, I mean, I think this this time the way Foxy drafted the Faceless Void is much better for the Faceless Void because you do have like a lot of things that can do quite a bit of damage. Like you have DP, you have Lich, and I would say even Nyx can be quite annoying with the mana burn. Like
Mm-hmm.
that spell actually hurts a lot, and even if it doesn't hurt, it takes away mana from like heroes from Rawr, and the heroes from Rawr are quite useless without mana.
Right.
That's one thing to look at. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think like these heroes also like Death Prophet Lich, like you don't have like they don't have to be in the chrono. Like you can use your Chain Frost in the chrono as well. It's not like remember that game that just happened with the Void and they had a
Yeah.
shaman and an undying on the same team. It's like snakes can't really hit like from inside, so
Yeah, exactly.
there's a lot of good synergy here. But the last pick, Bloodseeker, I don't really
Hmm.
know, questionable.
Yeah, it is like I don't think it's one like I don't think you can work the Bloodseeker against a Nyx DP lane because like the Nyx can just carapace off your Blood Ritual. It's the Ember. But yeah, like I'll feel quite uncomfortable with the Bloodseeker, but it is a very good hero against Faceless Void.
Right.
So yeah, I guess that's that. But when looking at lanes, I would say Raw actually have better laning phase as compared to Foxy Gaming. But
Mhm.
then in terms of team fight, definitely Foxy Gaming, like have the advantage.
Right. And we do have the Nin Ember this time, which was absolutely scary.
Yeah.
That we saw that from a couple games or last game. So long, I can't even remember. I think it was last game. But that was absolutely terrifying.
Yeah, it was the game before, but she played another spirit last game, so
Right.
yeah,
Wait,
understandable.
yeah, Storm and Ember. It was
No, she
Storm.
played Ember in the first
Oh
and
no,
then
Void.
Void Spirit in the
Oh my
second.
gosh.
Yeah, yeah,
Storm was a couple games ago.
yeah.
It's been a long day. Brain fog. But yeah, I mean, this mid Tiny also, how do you think it's gonna fare out against the Ember?
I think supposedly Tiny feels fine against an Ember,
Mhm.
but ultimately Ember still, like prevails in terms of the map control, in terms of damage, in terms of like the stability. But yeah, I think Tiny is just a comfort pick for them.
I see. All right, our casters are ready. We will send you over to them right now.
Thank you very much, Sophie. Thank you very much, Otomo. You've seen the drafts, you've seen these teams play, and they've already faced against each other, went 2-1, so we can definitely think that they're close to each other. So just judging off of the drafts, who do you like more?
I like Foxy Gaming's drafts a lot more. I think they have so many things that work well with the Chronosphere. They also have an Ember Spirit that's very elusive. When you look at the other sides, like what do you got? You got Bushwhack. You got maybe Tiny Stun is good, but the rest is like Bushwhack and Starbreak. How are you going to catch an Ember Spirit with these spells, basically? So I really like what they have on Foxy Gaming side. But let's actually go into the game itself. Let's go see what the teams are doing, and we'll discuss it from there.
I'm definitely on your side. I think Foxy are looking amazing currently with the picks. I mean, Faces Void untouched in this one. Death Prophet, Rupture can be annoying, but overall you should be fine. You have a way to cancel out the Solar Guardian, so even that isn't gonna be an issue. The only way I'm kind of seeing Rawr winning this one is on the back of the mid lane Tiny just going completely out of hand. Though, to be honest, when you look at the supports on the side of Foxy Gaming, they're not that easy to kill.
Fox, yeah, I mean, right? It's like they got the Lich, who is well known for the big armor that you can put on yourself or an ally. Nyx Assassin is also just a pretty durable support in general, thanks to the Spike Carapace. Will we have an engagement here? Both teams. Oh, Honey Naomi, she's throwing that. Oh my God, Honey Lisa.
Yeah, and his Lisa is looking really dead there, and that's gonna be a good start for the side of Rawr. I really want them to do well in the lanes. I feel like that's somewhat of a necessity. Do well in the lanes on the side of Rawr, and then just snowball into the early mid game with the Tiny. And this is a good start. You get the first blood onto the Razor, who naturally, I guess he does win the lane against the Faceless Void, but you don't crush it. And I kind of feel like the Lich could be an X factor in that one.
Oh, for sure. Like if you are, if you're Faceless Void, you want walk in. The moment the Stag Link comes out, you just time walk out of there. So it's not the same as other melee heroes like Ursa, where you don't get that much range, or Wraith King, who doesn't even have mobility, so it's a bit tough. Cat Chaser is one of these, like during the previous patches, she was playing Death Prophet a lot. Whenever Foxy Gaming picked Death Prophet, Cat Chaser would win the game. Like it was not even close. You should just get takes the Death Prophet, they win the game. So they do have gives them first a lot of push potential. Great fight. Team fights with the Faceless Void. So I'm slurring a little bit because we have been 6 hours and a half at this, but overall, just Foxy Gaming, I like the draft. Rawr, they do have the Dawnbreaker versus FP counter, which we've seen do a lot of work in that previous series.
I most definitely did, but Sleepless, she's gonna be the X factor here. Are those Solar Guardians even gonna be connecting? Of course, when you get the Nags, it's gonna be a little bit harder because the Dawnbreaker flies a little bit earlier. Though, I've seen a lot of thoughts about this Death Prophet. How do you feel after the changes? I feel like the hero is in a pretty decent spot, whereas everyone is crying for the 40 movement speed.
The 40 movement speed is a lot, but you recover once you get level 6. You get the passive movement speed, so it's not like you're like, oh my god, it's not that bad. She even moves faster at higher levels, so that's nice. I think the issue is that Spirit Siphon's now less percentage, it's just pure numbers. Good early, weaker late game. So overall, the hero is weaker, but not too bad, if that makes sense. I think here's an okay spot, honestly. Same as you. I think time will tell exactly how she is.
Anyways, so top lane, we're gonna be seeing Ulap fighting Honey Lisa, but when the Frost Shield is there, you cannot win the trade, but that Frost Shield is not gonna last forever. Daytime, sun is shining, and it will have to expire at some point. For now, we've only seen the one kill. Looking at the CS currently, it's not a lot is coming to mind, apart from, of course, the Tiny crushing the Ember Spirit. So we've seen the mid laner of Rawr get crushed multiple times today. Is there? Do you think there's something wrong? Maybe not feeling herself today?
No. Top lane Lisa, she's gonna take some damage here. Is she gonna lose her life? She does. Poor thing. That's the second time she dies. Actually, the first time they played Rawr versus Foxy Gaming, because these guys did meet in double racket. All 3 games, KJ just destroys Nin. I don't know what it is, what happens when these two players meet, but KJ just every time destroys her. So this is on par with what we've seen. And of course, as a Tiny, you have so much extra damage with the trees for denies, and you can see she's got 9 denies, more denies than Ember Spirit has even creeps killed.
Yeah, Nin did so well in the first game that we watched it today, but second game, even though Foxy Gaming won, she did suffer quite a lot in the mid lane, and I think this is important. You need a strong Tiny. We already mentioned it before the game started, and I think this is the perfect start for you. 10 denies, 16 CS, and now even the full wave going into your tower. I don't think KJ is gonna be missing a lot of those. Gildo on the top lane might actually go down. A few more hits, are you gonna do it? No, but NM just has so much damage. Honey Lisa has to be careful. Without the frost armor, you just die in just a couple of hits, but not gonna be coming forward. So Foxy at least keeping their heroes alive on top, but Rawr, they're crushing the early game.
Yes, they are. I mean, bottom lane, we saw, like I said, Cat Chaser, absolute god with the Death Prophet. Oh, even the gods take a lot of damage. They are, but luckily she's got the level 1. Actually, only level 1 Spirit Siphon. I thought she might be level 2, but still heals a good amount even at level 1. So she's doing well, but the other lanes are not. Nin in particular, like you said, suffering. But the good thing is that even if you suffer in the lane, you're going to be okay. You have that Flame Guard, so you can't be bursted down by the Tiny, and later on you can just make space. The Hoodwink is always going to be food for you.
Yeah, you have a Hoodwink. The other one's a little bit harder to bring down, but we'll see if the Ember can be getting on top of Hoodwink. Honey Lisa has been caught, and I'm taking so much damage and will take her life as well. Didn't have the frost armor to put on herself. Even with the time dilation, the slow isn't going to be nearly good enough, and Rawr are continuing to steamroll this laning stage. Speaking about that one, though, Tiny gets a little bit too low for comfort. KJ needs to be just a tad bit more careful, but we'll be okay for now. Does have enough HP to survive the next Sleight of Fist.
Yeah, she's taking quite a bit of harass, and the next ruin spawn is going to be a power ruin. If Nin is level 6 by that time, which she probably will be, she might be able to consider going for a kill or just rotating around the map. Either way, this 6-minute time is going to be a big time win for both teams. Sorry. Cat Chaser She is, again, she's just doing really well. She's up against the two melee heroes in the bottom lane. Anytime someone comes close, she just Spirit Siphons them, does a lot of damage, free harass as well with the Crypt Swarm. So Cat Chaser proving her worth in this game.
I don't like that KJ isn't going to the base. She's not going to be able to fight for the runes with these kind of resources. Sure, the supports can help you, but she could have gone to the base, refilled, and just continued to dominate in the mid lane because she decided to stay a little bit longer. Is actually going to be suffering in terms of CS as well. And Nindo coming over for the rune. There is going to be a bushwhack. You have to be careful. Okay, that's going to be a beautiful setup coming out from Rawr. So despite KJ staying in the lane, being low on resources, she will be the one getting the rune.
As much as Dota is a skill team-based game, that sort of ruin spawn, like on the other side, they already had the Nyx Assassin just ready to guard the ruin, but it doesn't make a difference because it doesn't spawn. And now Nin's gonna suffer while KJ, like you were saying, I agreed, like she needed to regenerate, but she didn't even go back to base. She's just like, oh, there's my ruin. So the mid lane, that's tough. Nin needs to get KJ away from that lane earlier.
Currently, you know, Rawr, they are doing really well for themselves. 3-0 in terms of kills. Foxy yet to get a kill. Nin will have to go TP back to the base with the avalanche being used. There is nothing that KG can do about stopping that one, so the Ember will be back. But the gold lead is continuing to increase. And when does this stop? When do Foxy Gaming actually start pushing forward a bit?
I mean, once you have Cat Chaser with a few levels, you know, maybe like when she's level 7 or 8, you can start taking towers because she is very difficult to bring down. Nin is ready. Going to be fight ready pretty soon. Like, I don't think Foxy is particularly worried about this. 1k advantage 7 minutes, and it's not the biggest deal. It might even be less than that after this.
Naomi though dropping low. There's gonna be a nice spike airpace, beautifully done. Sherry though turning around, does have the rupture, and Dulap comes over. That's gonna be a dead Cat Chaser. She goes down. It's actually gonna be the creep that gets the kill. Very unfortunate then for them, but in the end though, it doesn't matter. A kill's a kill. A core for a support. You'll take that trade any day.
Yep, and just not getting enough out of the Spirit Siphon, unfortunately. The Rupture also hurts her, and she's like, she could have used her ultimate, but no, it was better to save it. Top lane, though, the Razor is bullying the Faceless Void. Like we said, this is not like a one-sided smackdown where the Faceless Void can, like, she can lane. It's just a little bit annoying to do so against the Razor.
It's definitely not ideal later on down the game, though. Once you get the shard, it's going to be much easier. Ulap does get the arcane rune. Nin again will not be getting the power rune. Nice control coming out from Rawr, bringing in both of their supports. And Foxy, they don't bring anyone. Considering you're playing against the Ember, it is a big deal that you're taking away his runes.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate for like the second time in a row. And it's always Ulap, you know. Ulap just shows up. She's like, "No, you wanted this? I'm sorry. I didn't know you really wanted this." And just making sure that Nin can't get it. And Nin, she's been having a very passive game. I don't think that's completely surprising. We saw it in the first game as well. She doesn't get involved too early, but she's also behind CS. But when she did get involved, she got a triple kill. So maybe she's waiting for that triple kill timing again.
Has 4 points in the Sleight of Fist, so you know, rotation towards the Tiny could be great, but still, Tiny did go for the grow early on, so that's gonna be a lot of armor on him. Not gonna be taking that much damage from the Sleight of Fist, and the first rotation actually being made by KJ. It seems like it's just gonna be for the Bounty Rune and continuing to go for a Blink Dagger, so KJ is gonna be rushing that one, and I like it. I have to say, there's probably not gonna be any range drops even on the side of Foxy Gaming supports, so it is gonna be quite hard to survive against this Tiny.
I mean, we said like Nyx Assassin is tanky and kinda is, you know, but to be fair, Nyx Assassin only got 700 life. Same thing with the Lich. Like these 2 years can be bursted down by the Tiny combo. So I do like what KJ is doing. Just once she gets an Echo Saber after that as well, you just do so much damage. And Honey Lisa, 4th death of the game now.
It doesn't even look like she has that frost shield on her. Like, it's not helping at all. Literally, NM is bursting through it so easily and just getting everything done for a team. Mid lane, KJ gonna be going forward. Actually, this Tiny is the least farmed core on the side of Rawr. Let's see if finally Nin will be getting the rune. Yes, she will. There's the haste one. A pretty big one for the Ember Spirit as well. Not being able to slow the hero down, being able to throw out those remnants at incredible speeds is going to be big. Let's see what Nin does with this one.
She has 1 skill point. I wonder if she's going to be putting it into the Searing Change so she can find people. In the meantime, Ulap gets a nice deep ward. But man, you can see the difference in the EXP now. Like, we're seeing so many supports just level 4, level 5 at the 10, 20, 10 11 minute mark. So Ulap is one of those supports just suffering. I feel bad seeing support players get shafted in this patch.
Yeah, you know, read the book, you know,
Right?
educate yourself. That's the way that they're gonna have to be taking that one. Naomi has been caught. They have the spike carapace, will not allow Naomi to run away, but she is protected, does have friends, and poor honey Lisa just goes down. And let's see if there's gonna be any follow-up. Sleepless gonna be caught as well. Does she have a TP out? Yes, she does, but doesn't use it in time, and now it's a little bit too late. The Bloodseeker, he is gonna be getting some blood going his way. That's 2 heroes dead on Foxy yet again. 7-1. Rawr continuing to dominate, but the rotation towards top. Is this finally gonna be a big kill? That's a Razor caught. That's a big hero. 5,000 net worth, and then turns around kill. Let's fight. Oh, Nin, let's see you and me. It doesn't matter. I can kill both of you if it does come to it. Nin gonna be dropping low. Does have a slide of fist fairly soon. Will he be able to finish off at him? Yes. Does it come at a cost though? Naomi in the vicinity. The fairy fire keeping Nin alive, but no, she will get herself out, and Naomi just cannot get on top of her.
In the previous patch, that Dawnbreaker might have been level 6, and she might have been able to save the Razor inside the corner, or at least prevent a lot of the damage coming out for her. And then it is a good rotation, but it is a difficult rotation. It takes them everything to kill this Razor. And you can see, like, Nin, she's also like, oh my god, I have to go back to base. Sleepless dies in the meantime as well, so it's not the most rewarding kill, and Rawr looking very strong at this point of the game.
Tiny, the blink dagger is done. The smoke was used. They were spotted walking towards the bottom lane, but let's see how aware of this is gonna be Cat Chaser, chasing for cats here. Kitty, kitty, kitty. Maybe that's how they're gonna be baiting her in with Invis. Tiny will be spotted under the sentry, and that means that Cat Chaser will most definitely survive. For now, the Death Prophet will not die.
Yep, good move by her. Again, she's the most important hero for Foxy Gaming in this point of the game. Like, they are going to think about, are we grouping up, we're going to kill her, and oh dear.
Yeah, Honey Lisa is just not having a game. You know, Sharpshooter there over her dead body, not even needing to connect that one. So much damage. Level 4 support. It's just gonna be food. This Tiny is already a problem. You have to protect your support somehow. You haven't lost a single tower, but the second they poke their noses, they're gonna be going down. So what does Foxy Gaming do not to bleed any more kills to this Tiny?
One thing they could do is have the next assassin just chase her around, make sure they know what KJ is doing. Because if KJ is trying to get kills and you find her and you just prevent a kill, you're wasting so much time. But I mean, you also could have Sleepless walk into sentry. There are quite a few sentries on this side of the map. The other alternative is, of course, you stick. You try to take towers. Sherry, are they going to die for it? They might be trading 1-for-1 here. Sherry might need to be careful. Oh my gosh, she's going for it.
A lot of TPs towards the bottom lane. There's gonna be a rupture, but Cat Chaser still survives that one. Does have the Spirit Siphon trying to survive. The Solar Guardian coming over. They break her. Finally, she dies. The Tiny will die in the process, but let's see if it matters, because Sherry is going forward. She smells blood of Honey Lisa and will be getting that kill. Nin, they see her as well. Can she escape this one? Does have a remnant. Naomi, meanwhile, in the bottom lane, she's being kind of annoyed. In the end, the Ember does survive. Nin trying to run away, but the Bloodseeker way too fast, bleeding from the backside. Nin, can she get out? No. Even the proc from the Maelstrom to secure the kill, and Sleepless can only watch as her friends fall one by one. That's gonna be 1 for 3. A trade Rawr will always take. And the TP back from Cat Chaser. This fight still isn't over. The Cat Chaser, she just came back to the world of the living. No, she is the queen of ghosts, but she doesn't want to be a ghost herself yet again. Cat Chaser was alive for exactly 5 seconds. That's how long it took for Rawr to send her back into the fountain.
Dude, I mean, Honey Lisa's level 4. She's level 4 on the Lich. She's about to hit level 5 in a moment here, but this is why they can't fight. Like, they have no ultimates on their supports. They have no... Like, what is Lich without Chain Frost? Yeah, she's got a couple of points in the Frost Shield, but she needs that ultimate to actually start doing work for her team. So, the team fight is just super difficult when one of your heroes is just not a hero right now. Jill? Oh, that's gonna be frustrating.
She will be okay, but this Tiny just being very, very annoying on KG. currently the towers are starting to fall. The bottom one has fallen, the mid lane one is kind of low, the top one is gonna be going down now, so that is a problem. This Tiny will be a big issue. KJ just uses the spells to farm, but once she has her resources back, that's gonna be it's gonna be continuing the hunt. Sleepless, there it is, you said it, she needs to be finding the heroes and kind of giving space to Foxy, but the damage has already been done. 5k gold lead already for Rawr.
Yeah, I mean I mean, this is what we talk about when we say supports are they're just not getting levels. This is what happens, right? Like Sleepless, her job is to find KJ, and she's well aware of that sentry. She's like, oh, I'm not gonna go next, so I kind of have a feeling there's a sentry there. KJ and Cherry both top. Do they want to go get a kill on Jill? They might have enough to actually burst her down. And no, Jill, she's wise to it. Sleepless though may not be so lucky.
Let's get the spike carapace off. Is it going to be enough to survive? Does have a stun? The dust was already used. Bushwhack doesn't connect, it seems like, onto the targets that they're up in the air. But here comes the Seeker. That's the one. The Exterminator. The one that will squash Sleepless. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, Razor just standing his ground and no one can threaten his authority. NM almost has the BKB. How do you even kill this hero when the BKB is out?
I mean, you got a decent chunk of physical damage from the Ghost, from the Faceless Void, and okay, Pause comes out. Let's hope it's not another Typhoon. Okay, it's a mic, thank God. Thank God, just the mic. Yeah, they're early game. I mean, their damage is not too terrible if you had the Chain Frost, but Nyx is not a big damage dealer most of the time. Same thing. So you're relying on your position 5 to do damage, and they just went with this Lich pick. It's not paying off so far for them, not at all.
Yeah, you pick a Lich to do damage, and then she's level 5, 16, 17 minutes into the game. That's not going to be a damage, I think, a long time in this game. You're going to be needing a good Chrono, a good Chain Frost, but the BKB of the Razor, it's almost there. Automo, 400 gold only. Sure, some items are coming out on Foxy, but they will need time, and a lot of it.
Yeah, like the Lich has only got a magic stick. That's about it. Ember Spirit's gonna gonna have a Maelstrom very soon. That's gonna definitely help them. Death Prophet, she wanted to go for a Spirit Vessel, but after all of this, she's like, oh, I'm just gonna go for a BKB instead, which she's very close to. Jill has the Mask of Madness. That's gonna help as well. But we haven't actually seen Jill join with the Chronosphere. I think she got 1 kill top on NM. That nearly cost her life as well.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of teams here are gonna be forcing out this Faceless Void, but I'm not seeing that much of an impact from the hero. I think they can do more, to be honest, but to me it's looking like they just want to gear up for the late game, which sometimes for tournaments is fine, because you usually tend to play a little bit more conservative when there's something on the line.
Yeah, but and that brings me back to the point of why we're not seeing more, supports that do a lot of damage inside the Chrono, or like later games. Like for example, why aren't we seeing like Skywrath Mage, Winter Wyvern? Like Lich is good, but Honey Lisa is a Phoenix player. I know, because like she just did so well in her tournament with the Phoenix. So it's surprising that they are taking the Faceless Void, but not taking part 2 of the combo most of the time.
So right now, the tier 2 items are going to start being farmed up. The Razor still staying in the bottom lane. Good for Foxy Gaming is that they're defending this mid lane. But in terms of farm, they're definitely losing. Jill finally shows her face in the bottom lane. Okay, scratch that. It is a Faceless Void. No face on her. So let's see if they can kill NM. Can they finish off this Razor? Can they get her out?
Well, now she's got some weird tentacle stuff on the Faceless Void Arcana. So that's also fun. The new one that we're getting.
Most definitely. Naomi gonna be going up the hill. That's level 6, but still level 9. Dawnbreaker ready to smash everything. That's gonna be not that good of a Chain Frost. Not gonna be bouncing on anything. Nothing to bounce on. Honey Lisa now running away, begging for her life. Please, no. Please let me live. I've already died so many times. Have some mercy. No mercy will be given. They will roar in the face of Foxy and just go for a smoke. They are not done.
Oh dear God! Like I think they were waiting. They were really hoping on a good Chronosphere. Jill, my God, just makes out just in time. It doesn't break the smoke, which would have been at least nice for her, to prevent the movement. But Rawr, they're just sweeping the map. They have very nice deep wards. They have one on the Dire Cliff. Don't spot anyone here. They actually have 2 on the Dire Cliff on their side, but no, there you go. That's Ninja.
Oh, that's a beautiful bushwhack, and it actually does come around even in the air. They found kill as well. There's gonna be a rupture being
What's the
used.
damage?
Can't jump away. It's not gonna be doing any kind of damage. The chrono just to survive, and this Bloodseeker silence. I don't
God.
have to speak. Do you speak the language of pain, the language of death? That's one. They're gonna be going for Seeker already has a BKB. Look at that one, but not really going to be doing the damage because Cat Chaser has one as well. Gonna be turning around. They don't want to be going into the exorcism. Sherry gonna be healing herself up. The next assassin is dead. Now it's a 5 versus 2. The dives are coming over. There is gonna be a silence. You will not move.
No.
Cat Chaser, a triple kill. Chaser down. Don't let her live. Honey Lisa will be going down again. This is a complete stomp. We saw one stomp today, but Rawr, they were on the other end of it when it was happening. Now they are gonna be the ones doing the stomping.
I understand how Foxy Gaming can play so well against Red Horse. They played so well, but somehow when it comes to Rawr, this is their kryptonite. They seem to like fumble whenever they play against them. And it's happening this time. You could say fatigue is a big factor. You know, Rawr, they finished their series about like 4 hours ago. Foxy half an hour ago, and they had an absolutely brutal series that they had to play through. So I think fatigue is a big factor right now, going for both teams.
We'll see if Foxy can get their head back into the game. They most definitely need to do it. And right now, going for a smoke, 21-3. See if maybe something will change right now for the side of Foxy Gaming. They're going for a smoke. They're gonna try to find the Tiny, and KG trying to find the Faceless Void. They get the connection there with the chains, with the stun. Do they have enough? Where's the damage? It's not gonna be sufficient.
My.
They take away half of her life, and she just walks away. The rest of Foxy Gaming just stay there. They bring so much, and they do nothing.
4 versus 1, and they still can't kill the Tiny. Oh dear lord. Death Prophet is going to have a good power spike at level 12 because then the exorcism doubles in spirit, so your damage output doubles in the same way. But it all comes down to like a really good chrono or some pickoffs. Foxy Gaming has to decide which way they want to play here. They will have Chronosphere in just a little bit. To 18 seconds. A big chrono could get them a win. Siblets breaks the smokes.
You don't need the time to stop. You need the time to run backwards to whence you were not losing this much. The next assassin is just that. They'll even pop the BKB. We can do whatever we want. That's how strong we are. Cat Chaser, though, coming over. Exorcism not there just yet, but we'll be having it soon. There it is. Can't let it go right now. Can't let go of her sweet sisters. But Honey Lisa in the backline just being annihilated by this Razor. Needs the chrono, needs the bash. Okay, we'll be using the chrono. There's the Solar Guardian protecting the Razor. Jumps into the chrono, frees me as well.
Holy.
Now the void has been broken, literally broken. Cat Chaser uses the exorcism, going for Naomi. Naomi's looking very much dead, but here comes Sherry. Sherry doesn't have that much HP. I don't know if he can fight this one. Oh yes, I can. Gonna be cutting down Cat Chaser, healing herself up. Who is next? Who is next? Who wants more? Look at her. She's so fast. The race car going around, and Ashton Lin does get herself away. So Foxy, they did get 3 hero kills, and Sherry needs to run. If the Nyx comes on top of her, can easily get the kill. Olaf seems like an easier target, but will not be caught. Foxy, though, after that fight, they will be reducing the gold lead slightly.
Yeah, signs of life there. A good move by Jill to sort of move out of the Solar Guardian range, move back in, try to do damage, but it is still, they're still up against a very tanky Razor when they went for it. Still good for Foxy. I mean, this is what we're talking about, right? You have the Exorcism inside the Chronosphere. That's a lot of damage. That one was without the Chain Frost. Nyx Assassin didn't do anything as well, so there is really good chance that Foxy could take another fight with everyone around. Although, we also have BKBs coming out. That will significantly hurt them.
Sherry, though, now has a basher. The Seeker is so farmed. It is insane. It is only a matter of time before a shard comes out. But for now, Sherry is looking for a Scotty, making her tankier. And the heals from the Death Prophet, they're just not going to be of the same amount. Also, the Faceless Void is going to be suffering a little bit against that Scotty, too. This is just insane how much farm the Seeker has. And the smoke. Rawr, they're not stopping. They want to continue going forward. They want to continue crushing it. And I have to say, this time around, Foxy, they'll keep themselves away.
No chrono in 40 seconds this time, so it's a way more dangerous fight. And Rawr, they might say, look, you know what? We know chrono is going to be down. We memorize the timing. We can just go and take Roshan if we wanted to. So we'll see how they're gonna approach this. And Faceless Void, she's got that new damage item. What's it called? The Dagger of Wristful on the neutral. The one where
Bristol.
I thought it was
Bristol is.
Bristol. No, there's no F. Oh, there. Well, Honey Lisa, she's gonna be real restful after this fight. This fight's over. Decent chain frost, but I don't think it's gonna be able to force out the BKB. And they're just gonna say, you know what? They'll just stand and share the love. Good amount of damage overall.
They planted the seeds of serenity though, you know, just making sure that the planet is doing better. You just plant more trees, plant more plants. It's gonna be quite nice. Honey Lisa though, you know, she's pretty much, you know, her body is being used all around as fertilizer because she's not really alive for that long.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate, but the Lich is just not a hero in this game, honestly. Even I feel like you shouldn't even give her the Philosopher's Stone if you get it, just because like, no. We don't want you to have any gold. We feel like you having gold is actually a problem. So yeah, they give it to Catchy. So rarely do we see cores carry the Philosopher's Stone unless it's like a Zeus or Tinker. But the Death Prophet also works pretty well.
Yeah, literally she is... she's a gold bag for the enemies and a small one. If you would give her the Philosopher's Stone, she might be filling that one up a bit more. So Honey Lisa for now just gonna be trying to, you know, intercept some ganks, get some hate towards her, die even more times, give vision to her team, and maybe later on down the line with the Ice Spire or something along those lines can have significant impact in the fights. But for now, it's just not gonna be that big of a factor. I have to say, Foxy Gaming for the past 5 to 7 minutes, they have been able to keep the gold lead as it is. And Rawr, they were constantly aggressive, but other than the towers, they didn't get too many kills and too much of a network lead.
Yeah, they're being a bit quite careful on Foxy, and despite that, like Rawr, they know they have a lead, but they also know that the team fight is pretty impressive, and that's going to be probably the Naomi. Although an M is coming here, Naomi is just going to lose her life, and NM actually cancels the TP. So they might consider putting everyone bottom here. Try to get Cat Chaser, reveals herself. Good silence though, keeping the Tiny from jumping on and getting killed.
Trying to get that last outer tower here from the side of Rawr. I feel like Foxy Gaming is getting to their timings. We discussed their draft, we both liked it, and they can definitely do something. NM does have the blink. Sleepless though sees him perfectly. Where is the help though? Sleepless will be laying in wait, just waiting to assassinate him. But now they see Sleepless gonna go for a TP out. Tiny is there. A lot of rocks thrown towards Sleepless, and that's gonna be an easy kill. NM again popping the BKB, just not hesitating at all. Is this good? Could be hurting her later on down the line.
I feel like it's. I mean, she's down to 6 seconds. I'm not sure if she was 6 seconds before that fight, but she definitely is very comfortable using it. We talked about this, right? We say, oh, you know, why do people say black hole for 35 minutes when you could get? So I think she thinks the same. She's like, might as well just get a kill. I don't expect to be fighting for the next minute. Let's just take advantage of it. So I'm okay with that. It feels a little unnecessary, not gonna lie, but you do you, girl. You know.
We're not gonna judge. We're not gonna judge. The last outer tower, though, it is dropping down. Sherry Seeker still gonna be incredibly powerful, but her items have stopped a little bit. Getting out an item, you know, after every fight. Fights haven't happened for some time. Naomi will be going down. Does have a buyback and the Solar Guardian if she wants to rejoin the fight. Cat Chaser will try to escape, but gonna be lashed to a tree and is looking very much. I didn't want to pop the BKB immediately. Actually, she's healing up so much. The Spirit Siphon, she's taking her spirits away, and now she's gonna be letting them go, but no, she's gonna be bleeding so much. Tiny throws Cat Chaser towards NM, and because of that, NM is gonna be dying now to Chrono. The Tiny, she kills her teammate and now dies herself. It's a disaster for Rawr, who have had all of the things going their way in this game, but not any longer. And even Sherry, no more BKB. Sherry is dead. You have nowhere to run. You have nowhere to hide. You can only go down into the ground. The first death of the Seeker of this game. The Nyx Assassin, who had 0 and 7, gets that kill. And this game, it is dead even. No, scratch that. Foxy Gaming, they're gonna be the stronger ones currently.
Yeah, I mean, they're down on so many towers. They haven't even taken a tier 2 yet. They like that fight we know that was gonna happen at some point. Like, not we know, but we were very much thinking that this is the way that Foxy Gaming can come back. They're not out of the game just because they're a little bit behind the farm. And once a good chrono comes out with an ultimate, Jill was actually waiting for the exorcism. She did not want a chrono until exorcism was used, and we almost lost catches. But this girl is an absolute beast with a Death Prophet, and she's proving why in this game.
Not popping the BKB immediately almost ended up being a mistake, but they don't finish her off in time, and she just heals so much with the Spirit Siphon. The new Spirit Siphon, initially it starts healing immediately, you know, you don't have to wait that much time to get the HP. So for me, the spell is actually stronger if people can run away from it, and that's pretty much what you want to do. Rawr though, they'll go for a smoke. They want to make something happen. They need to make something happen. The next chrono is going to be a disaster for them, and they're going to be finding Sleepless. How much does Sleepless care? Gonna be dusted, has the blink, will never get to use it. She will be going down, but still, it is such a small, insignificant kill. A hero that has already died multiple times.
It's just an insect of a
literally.
kill. It's a bug. That's all they got out of that. And Jill on the top lane, that's the one that they would love to get if they can. She's got 30 seconds left on the chrono. She does have a BKB. We'll see if they're gonna go for it now. They just want to take more map control with this outpost. Despite how things went, Rawr are still in a comfortable spot. They have nice deep wars. They're playing on the enemy side of the map. They're staying away from where they know Fox is strong, which is the river. You can see there's a nice triangle by Foxy right there with the three observer wards. So they're like, all right, we don't want to play there. We want to play where we're tough. That's a DD.
It is a DD in the river, and it has been spotted by Foxy. Jill already. She's running towards that one. She's ready to punch even harder. She did buy a shard, going for the Lincoln's next. Not gonna be buying the Mjolnir just yet. Once level 20, of course, for the extra attack speed in the chrono. The Tiny has been caught. Nice jump from Sleepless, but actually, KJ with the BKB. It's gonna be Sleepless that is caught, but gonna be completely fine. The TP out needs to be used. Chrono not gonna be there. Let's see. Do they walk into the Rosh? It's being pinged out. Foxy Gaming are going for the big objective.
So that was a very interesting thing that just happened. For people who don't know, obviously Spike Carapace, if someone hits Nyx Assassin, you reflect the damage back. But that reflection also counts as a instance of like refraction. So no matter whether the enemy is BKB'd or not, you don't take the damage, which is why Tiny, she threw out the tree and Nyx used the Spike Carapace. The damage was, or the stun were not reflected, but she didn't take the damage from the tree, staying alive.
Death Chaser, she dropped a little bit low. NM uses the early BKB. The next assassin will be going down. Needs to buy back. They have the control of the outpost. If they want this Roche, they should be buying him back right now. Gil does have the chrono. Will jump out. Can't jump back in. Not any longer. Nin being very aggressive. Has to pop an early BKB. The silence of the Tiny doesn't have the BKB. Nin has to be careful. Still has the Rupture on her. And NM very aggressive. Sherry going for the Roche. Roche is dropping low. Foxy, are you really gonna let this one go? They even catch the Faces Void. It would be really bad if Jill dies. Okay. Now you've gone a little bit too far, and that's gonna be the Chain Frost bouncing and bouncing between them. Oh, another target, no problem. I want that one. Sherry with an Aegis goes forward, but she is alone. Are you gonna be able to do this one, honey? Lisa trying to get herself away with the Ogre Seal Totem. Not gonna be happening though. Now Jill going for Ula. We don't care. We don't care about your Aegis. We're gonna kill everyone else. You can keep your 2 lives. You can have 100 of them. If you're alone, it will not matter at all.
Overall, Fox is going to be feeling pretty good about that. All they lost was Honey Lisa, and she was able to get all her spells out. And we're seeing the Chrono becoming more and more and more of a threat. Because guess what? Exorcism, dangerous. Chain Frost, dangerous. You have to deal with so many things to make sure the Chrono is not a problem. And you can't actually kill the Faceless Void, because she's got a BKB, she's got Time Walk as well.
And the Lincoln will be there fairly soon. Now also level 20 on the Faceless Void. Next chrono, the damage will even be more amazing. That was the Chain Frost bouncing around. And the Faceless Void still doing significantly more damage than the Lich, whose entire ulti just went inside of the chrono. Imagine what's gonna happen next. Sleepless uses the Spike Carapace, does have the stun, but Sleepless is looking very much dead. You're gonna let him be. There is no chance you're saving this hero. Will die yet again, but who the hell cares? Foxy Gaming, they most definitely don't.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, Sleepless is actually the least farmed hero in the entire map, so even the Lich, Honey Lisa, who was died 12 times, is a bit more gold than her. They have given the Philosopher's Stone to Sleepless. They want to make sure she can get some gold. She's going for the Aeon Disc just to stay alive. Okay, I'm okay with that. If you can get an Aghanim Scepter on the next assassin, you generally don't want to move in this game anyway. You're up against a Bloodseeker, so he's like, that'll be pretty good. You just park your ass somewhere, take a ton of damage, and throw out those stuns.
It's gonna be very tough though to farm something like that though.
I want the Philosopher's Stone. It helps, you know, it helps.
Yeah, I guess it does. Though I guess you would want something like a Yule's as well, removing the
Yep.
silence, getting yourself to survive a little bit longer, maybe another round of spells. With the Rawr having low BKBs already, the next assassin will be a problem as time progresses. So talk to me right now, Rawr. They still hold a slight lead. It's pretty much nothing. The game is dead
Non-existent,
even.
yeah.
But how does it feel for them right now in the game? Do they feel like they can be ahead? Do they feel comfortable in the game, or is it Foxy that are looking much better?
I think Rawr is starting to feel like they might be on a timer. Like again, their draft, I don't think they could go late game against the Faceless Void, but they are still in a somewhat comfortable spot. They have the Aegis, they have nice deep wars, they have control of the enemy outpost, they're playing on the enemy side of the map, they are close to the objectives. Even if they lose a fight, they're not going to lose structures, because this is what you're doing. You're playing on the enemy side, they kill you, you have to go all the way to your side of the map to get some stuff going. So Rawr are comfortable, but the you feel like, I get the feeling that there's a little bit of desperation that's going to start sneaking in very soon.
When does this change, though? When do you think Foxy Gaming, and what do they need to get to be able to play the opponent's part of the map? Because for me, I feel like they're strong enough.
Yes, I think the same thing. I think that Lincoln Sphere on the Faceless Void makes a big difference for them. And you can see, like, right, they get Lincoln, they just want to smoke, but it's going to be broken very soon.
Or is it KG? She might get broken very soon if she's not careful. They saw her for a second. There's the pings are coming out. The silences, the stuns. No, she does get herself out. The silence is not going to be damaging her. She is out and will be completely fine. Foxy Gaming, they don't find the right initiation. Their smoke will be unsuccessful.
Cat Chaser, what's she going to go for there? She's going for a Shiva's Guard. That'll really help against all this physical damage coming off of the enemy side, and also reducing their sustain. She went for a Spirit Vessel. She's focusing a lot on making sure Sherry doesn't heal a lot from the Blood's Rage. Meantime, Aegis is going to expire in about 50 seconds. Foxy Gaming, they don't want to take a fight until this Aegis expires if they can help it.
Yeah, for now, they're keeping themselves safe, though. I don't think they have to. In my mind, Foxy Gaming are stronger, Aegis or no Aegis. With the Chrono, you kill 2 or 3 heroes, and the Bloodseeker, there's absolutely nothing he can do. Though, it's gonna be the next assassin caught. Spike Airpace there just for a second. We'll be keeping them away, but Sleepless is dead. After the Spike Airpace is used, it's gonna be a very easy grab for all 3 of these heroes. Foxy, they lose the Nyx yet again, but they gain so much vision. So overall, Rawr, the question is, what will they be able to do with this one? Sherry even gonna be poking the high ground there a bit.
They have good tower damage when Tiny gets there, but you're up against a Lich, which is just the worst hero. One of the worst to be defending as well. And she's got that lovely Cold Spire, which reduces people's attack speed as well as movement speed. So it is just a nightmare to go up against this when a Lich is defending.
Too much.
My bad, by the way, it only reduces movement speed. Sorry about that.
No matter, we're not gonna be taking it up against you here. 32 to 15. In terms of kills, Rawr are doing great, but I think Foxy are giving them a little bit too much respect. For now, only playing their triangle.
That's always been the problem with Foxy, by the way. They always think the enemy team is somehow better than they are, or something like that. They always take a bit too long to really, start going. Ulap, though, she might be going to the grave. Nice blink by Sleepless. Gets this done, and Ulap, are you going to be okay? Nope. That was painful to watch. TP coming out here by NM, but she decides to cancel it. Sherry is still around.
She's alone.
Yeah, and Jill is not nearby. She uses BKB. Sherry, she expected that there's going to be a Chronosphere, and there it is.
She's dead. She's just dead. There's no way you're helping this one. Okay, this is just literally now became a disaster.
Yes.
I think she could have gone for a BKB TP out immediately because the Faceless Void wasn't close, but she was just hesitant, and if you have that much hesitation in your life, at some point you are gonna be punished for it.
She assumed that the Faceless Void was also chasing her, which is a good assumption. It's just that wasn't exactly the case, right? Like the Faceless Void actually went to farm a bit, and they're like, Jill, come get a kill. This Bloodseeker's fighting her. She's like, oh, okay. Naomi does have a Wraith Pact on the Dawnbreaker, along with the heal coming out from the Holy Locket and her ultimate. So, she's a farm Dawnbreaker, but again, the game it's crazy. It's switching more and more towards Foxy's favor, which we knew would happen. And it's crazy that Rawr kind of allowed it to happen.
NM is going for a refresher. The Razor refresher build doesn't work out that well any longer if you don't have an item in between it, a Shivas or a Hex, just to give you a little bit more mana. The BKB now costing 50 mana and the refresher 50 mana more than it used to. You just can't get your spells off, and she's even keeping the stick in her backpack. So hopefully that does change soon, because she's gonna be needing the full sticks to be able to do anything with it. Faces Void, the Mjolnir is done. Jill is becoming a big issue. She has been a big issue for quite some time though. Foxy, they are being still a little bit conservative. What needs to change for them to go forward? The Rawr is still making moves despite being pretty much weaker.
Well, there's an Roshan coming up in either 20 seconds to 3 minutes, 20 seconds. Fox Gaming, they can see that, like, oh, maybe we're just gonna wait for that. Smoke comes out from Rawr. They know, they are very well aware. Like, if they get the kill here, look at that. She is actually taking so much damage here on Cat Chaser.
Trying to survive though, the Spirit Siphon is gonna be there. That's a lot of HP being taken back, but no more BKB. It's only 6 seconds, and here comes Sherry to just finish her off. Does Sherry have a shard? I think not yet, and I think that's something that you should be getting. The Nyx Assassin has been caught. Sherry comes over, the Avalanche is there. Gonna be waiting for the Spike Hairpiece to come out. They will stop that one. Beautiful stun as well. That's some nice plays coming out from Sleepless. Beautiful footwork as well. The end is the TP out, not gonna be happening.
No
they
buybacks.
just have the stuns, and they have the damage. Oh, no buybacks, Foxy. I mean, that's what happens when you're just gonna be hesitant when you're 10 times stronger than your enemies. You might put yourself in a situation where you could just lose the game.
And I agree with you. Foxy Gaming is stronger, but they're only stronger 5 versus 5, and then they separate because they're thinking, oh man, we should take a fight, we should be careful, stuff like that. So then they get picked off, and when they go and one by one losing, they're like, Chrono does come out though.
Yeah, let's see if Jill can get this kill. It seems like the answer will be yes. So much damage being done to the Tiny, pulling him in. The BKB being used, trying to survive. No, the bashes are going to be way too much. Now turning around to the NM, jumping in, jumping out, has the shard. Jill playing with NM, and it seems like this Tracer will be going down as well. Jill is just way too strong. Willop wants to TP out the bashes. Are they going to be there? No, one hit, no bash. Gonna be lucky there on the side of Rawr, or unlucky on Jill. Nin doesn't find the bonus skill. Sherry needs to get herself away, but does have a BKB, so we'll be fine. She'll have a refresher as well, so double rupture and a double BKB. Gonna be a quadruple rupture once she gets to level 25.
Yep, she's looking forward to that for sure. But but no shards, which is a bit awkward because it's one of the better shards in the game. It was nerfed; it does 10% less than it used to be, but it's still a very strong item to have for the hero. In the meantime, Roshan's gonna be up in about 4 seconds. There's gonna be 35 seconds without the Tiny as well as the Razor. We'll see if they want to go for Ember Spirit, almost level 5 as well. And oh, you can see Jill, she's like, wait, did it just spawn? Yes, it did. And I want to take it.
Yep. Gavin is gonna be giving her the Roche, so we know that Jill definitely bought a lot of Battle Pass levels. That is a smart move. If you want to win in Dota, you know what you have to do. The Roche is dropping fast, or they're not doing anything about it, and it is gonna be the Aegis into the hands of Foxy Gaming.
Ember Spirit's gonna have the shot with this as gonna buy the shot after this, or she's gonna take it for free. Nope, takes the shot for free. That's always gonna be fun for her. And oh, this is turning. She hasn't used it yet. She hasn't used it yet. There you go. And okay, I feel a lot better. But yeah, then about to reach that level 25, and at that point, how do you even catch her? I mean, she's been difficult to catch this whole game, but it's gonna be even worse at that point.
5k gold lead for Foxy Gaming. They were in a 9k gold deficit pre-20 minutes. It looked like it was over. It looked like Rawr are just gonna be stomping them. They were destroying them, diving their base, killing them over and over again. 21-3 was the score, but Foxy Gaming, they will turn it all around in their favor. Rawr, a couple of their moves did not work out, and Foxy Gaming, they are back. 4,000 gold lead. Automo, talk to me. How do Rawr come back into this one? How do they regain the lead? How do they win?
Well, I actually saw this happen with Talon and versus Polaris in the Southeast Asia qualifier for Ginting. Polaris was up 40,000 gold, and Talon had to defend the base. But they had a Bloodseeker and they had a Tiny. What we do is you rupture and throw, but that's not gonna be. That's a throw right there by Neo.
And Naomi just gives her life away, says kill the Wraith Pact Totem. If you want some extra gold, my life is just not worth enough. You know, everyone wants to be worth more. So even throw out the Wraith Pact and give more gold to your enemies just for that sake.
It'll be like, look at how much I farmed. Even though you killed me, I still have a Wraith Pact. For you now, but still. Yeah, I do think that's going to come down to a rupture as well as a toss. We are going to have like 4 ruptures with the refresher orb and the level 25 talent, and that could be it. Could be that's the timing, your sort of last chance to really crawl back into the game.
Yeah, that level 25 on the Seeker maybe changes something. You know, a lot of these heroes on Foxy, they are reliant on moving, especially Cat Chaser. I feel like Faceless Void and the Ember can play around it with their spells, especially the Faceless Void, who can jump in and out without any issues. But overall, you know, it can change things. 7k gold lead though, and counting. It is increasing rapidly. This gold lead of Foxy is getting more and more out of hand by the minute.
Yeah, I mean, if you can get those ruptures up on the supports and Cat Chaser, Jill might be like, oh, I'll Chronosphere, Chronosphere the Bloodseeker, but it doesn't matter. You have a Dawnbreaker to heal you. Dawnbreaker's almost level 18 as well. I mean, I say it doesn't matter, but it just gives you a lot of sustain. So overall, Rawr, they're still a big threat here. Foxy knows this. They're not just charging up top into Araxis thinking we got this.
8k gold lead for Foxy, and there it is. All of the other towers were taken. All of the gold lead, all of the map lead that Rawr were accumulating for the entirety of this game is gone, and now even the towers will be equalized. Foxy Gaming, okay, they still haven't taken the tier 3, but the outer towers, they will be taken down. So what now? How do you break high ground? Are you even afraid? I kind of feel like Foxy Gaming can just walk up to it. I don't see what Rawr are gonna do. Just don't do it into the mid lane where you're gonna be getting tossed back.
I mean, you could put the Death Prophet there and put an Exo on her, not an Exo, sorry, Lincoln Sphere on her, because you put her up there without it, she could still die. Like, it is still very dangerous. So that's kind of your play if you want to push Foxy Gaming. Though the Aegis timer is not gonna be lasting much longer. It's a minute and a half. We'll see if they want to actually do something with it. So they are being very conservative. This is their play style. It got them this far. It helped them beat Red Horse. So there's nothing wrong with it, but it's kind of weird to see them being as timid as they are, where they have so many advantages going for them. Ulap trying to push.
You know, there are people that have been burned. They look like that one. You know, when someone says, I don't drink alcohol and just runs away, you know that he had some issues with it. So I'm guessing Foxy Gaming at some point in their lives, they lost a lot of the games when they were ahead. So let's see if that's gonna happen this time around. The Lincoln Sphere is gonna be on Cat Chaser, jumping in from Gil. Time dilation being used. I dare you to use your spells if you can. Cat Chaser dodges that blood right. She doesn't want to be standing in a puddle of blood, and just continues to push forward. The tier 3 is gone. Okay, there is gonna be a glyph. Very soon that should be dropping. Rupture, Cat Chaser, she gonna be okay. Chrono is still ready. You're thinking about it. Come close if you want. There's gonna be some trees flying around, but the stun comes out from the Nyx. Now jump in. Here's the Ember. The Ice Fire is there. Very cold, very hot. KG, he doesn't know how she feels. Will be getting herself away with the BKB. Be fine in the end. Foxy, they don't want to push it. Still holding on to the Chrono. Will go out.
10 seconds for Aegis to expire, and they go, all right, well, let's not try it without the Aegis when we can actually help it. And Faceless Void is only a little bit from level 25. You can get either the bigger Chronosphere or the backtrack, both very useful. We saw the backtrack in the last game make the hero so damn tanky though.
Stupidly tanky. The tree volley onto the Tiny, no crit just yet. So how do you reckon this is gonna be working out? I still feel like he needs a Crystallis at least.
I think they're hoping that obviously when you chrono someone, you're gonna be there with them. You might have a friend. Dawnbreaker is gonna jump in, so they're like, all right, Tiny, you stay outside and you just throw these the tree involved. Oh, Cat Chaser.
They will break the smoke. He's sleepless, needs to be careful. They did take down that vision. Nin is gonna be coming in with a beautiful Slaughterfish Chase, a beautiful stun fall up as well. That Bushwhack not gonna be that good, and that's 2 heroes dead. Just like that, only one of them having the buyback. It's gonna be a beautiful fight. Even the Nyx survives. Foxy Gaming, all of them are alive. Do they go forward? Do they push still?
Exorcism is still down for a little bit, but at the same time, the Tiny is down for way longer, so you might be okay with this. Yeah, they're trying to just poke the high ground, see what's gonna happen. Is anyone gonna buy back? Jill, it's like, okay, I can hit this. No one's really gonna bug me.
She still has the chrono, so I feel like you have to be very careful, especially on NM. Do they even need the chrono? The bashes are going to be coming out. That's
Holy
a lot
shit.
of damage. NM is in so much trouble and will be surviving in the end, but the BKB already used once. She'll going to be continuing. There's a blood right again. Just get out of the blood and continue pushing forward. They do break the Lincolns on the Faceless Void. Yulab getting gone on. No, that's just going to be the Remnant there, preventing any kind of blinks,
Exorcism
preventing
up.
any kind of shenanigans. Oh, they have the Exorcism as well. She can let go of her beautiful sisters if she wants to. The witch is gonna be in the base
There you
of
go.
Rawr, and they can't do anything about it. There's the Exorcism. Foxy Gaming are going for it. Cat Chaser though, there's the rupture on her. They need to defend her with the Glimmer Cape, standing her ground. Does have the Ice Shield as well, protecting her as much as they can. Void jumps in, jumps out. Do not dare, or I will catch you in time. That Prophet needs to run away from this one. The Bushwhack not gonna be connecting on anyone, but there's gonna be an 8 toss onto Cat Chaser for now. Rawr keeping them away. Nin does jump in. Sleight of Fist Chains connects. He pushes NM away. The stun does connect. And now that should be a dead Razor. Does she have a buyback? Yes. Can be using that one right now. Cat Chasing in a lot of trouble, but the spirits are coming back. Still, she didn't do that much damage. Has to be careful. Still on the high ground. Where are my friends? Come on and help me. Chill, you still have the chrono. Put them in it. Put them in time. And just destroy them. There is gonna be an Chain Frost bouncing around on everyone while they're stuck in time, but they buy back. All 5 of their heroes are back. Foxy Gaming, it's time to bail. It's time to bail now. There is going to be a creep flying out, so they saw them for a second, but then it's going to be there. Now the Frost Shield is going to be on her. Honey Lisa here, she has died so many times, so nothing new for her. She doesn't really mind going down with none of the cores of Foxy Gaming dying. Sherry, she's fast, but not fast enough.
Yeah, 3 in the end. It's 3 buybacks being used by Rawr. They lose the mid racks, and they only are able to get a couple of supports for their effort. The experience they gained was nice, but you threw out so much. By the way, all their damage is coming out from one hero only, which is just the Bloodseeker. The rest aren't able to do anything. Yeah, Bloodseeker did 8,000. It's like half the damage from the team coming out from just one hero. Whereas Foxy Gaming, bit of a mistake by Cat Chaser to walk that way when she was using Exorcism. She could have just gone to the low ground, approached the bottom racks from a different side, but she just tanked so much damage in the end. There's nothing they can do about it.
Yeah, it looked like that was gonna be her her burial site, right?
Yes.
That point where she was caught by the rupture, but she stood her ground and stood and stood and stood, and in the end just got out of there with her life intact. But they're coming over. Tiny will know how fast this hero pushes. The glyph is ready though. Again, Cat Chaser is gonna be the one that is ruptured. If they toss her back, she could die easily. KG, does he want to be going forward? No, she says, I'm not. I don't feel comfortable doing any of this, and she will not be forced to do it. Then uses the BKB, jumps in, jumps out, just playing with her food. KG going for the Raxes. They want to take them back. We'll be able to do it, but the chrono into the backlines. That's gonna be a dieback on Sherry just being smacked into her face. Who else wants a mace to the face? You want one as well, Naomi. No problem. We're gonna make that happen. That's 2 heroes without buyback. It's push time for Foxy.
Oh, they know Sherry doesn't have buyback. They know the Dawnbreaker doesn't have buyback. It was a valiant attempt, but they kind of went a little bit too, it's like, it was just a tough situation for them. And it looks like NM's going to be losing her life as well. She tried to get a kill on Sleepless, but in the end, she's the one who's going to lose her life. In return, she doesn't have buyback either. The 3 people who do not have buyback were the 3 people caught, so worst case scenario for Rawr.
Is it over, Automo? Can you...
Can we call
it long enough? Yeah, can you...
There's a chance that you can toss people to Ulop next to the fountain, you know what I mean? Like, that's it, but that's like it's a 1% chance. Let's look at the graph. Let's see what the graph tells us. What's the percentage of Rawr? It's 6%? Really? I would put it like sub 1%, honestly.
Yeah, definitely. That's why you're not Gaben. That's why you're not our Lord and Savior. So, you know, going for the Faceless Void. There it is. KG goes for the toss and destroying the Faceless Void. You would get them below 1%, but that's because you don't know how strong this Tiny is. No, this Tiny is going to be very much afraid with the Spirit Siphon. He is scared. He doesn't know what to do. She wants to run. She wants to live. She wants to get out. She will not be getting another trees flying towards them. Not going to be happening. Even if you crush all of the forests in this world, we are still going to take you down. But without the Faceless Void, the push just not gonna be there. Great to scratch it. There's the Exo with the refresher. Cat Chaser will be going forward. What can the supports do? Can they kill anyone? They don't have a single core. Let's see. The Exorcism going forward, but Hex is gonna be there. Run, little piggy, run, or just be cooked. It's Christmas time. It's gonna be a meal time for the side of Foxy Gaming, and that's gonna be another lane of racks going their way, but the game still not over.
Yeah, insane. I mean, the damage coming out of KJ. She has the crit, she has the Salt Cuirass, so she's just got so many items. Jumps in. I think she threw a few of the Aghanim Scepter trees, then blinked, used her combo. They were not expecting it. Bring down the Faceless Void 100 to 1. Insane burst damage. Makes you a bit worried. But Foxy, they have buybacks. They have 2 sets of racks. Actually, they only have 1 set of racks advantage, which is crazy. So they're not uncomfortable with the situation. That was still a very fine turn of events for them.
And they will still get the lane of racks, but it is not gonna be a win. The game still hasn't ended, but the Roche is there, and the DD is ready, waiting for Jill on a silver platter, making the golden one, looking at how cool it is gonna be there just in time for her to arrive and just finish off this Roche. Can Rawr come to defend it?
Oh, Cat Chaser trying to block that, remove that blink as well as possible, but not gonna be enough. And there you go. They're just gonna go for Roshan. Rawr, are you guys gonna do anything? This is a refresher shard, so it's kind of bad if you give it to the Faceless Void. Although might not have enough mana needed to. Actually, I don't know. She's got plenty of mana to do her combo. Cat Chaser could use it. Oh wow, there's 2 refresher orbs on their team.
It's not looking good for the side of Rawr. Every single thing is looking great for Foxy right now. There's the Aegis on Jill now, bursting her down. You can do it once, but try to do it twice. The double chrono is a possibility, but now they're gonna have a cheese on this Death Prophet as well. It's gonna be very, very tough dealing with Foxy Gaming, especially with this kind of strength. Do they go immediately, or will Foxy Gaming, in their style, take it slow?
Slow and steady wins the race. I can't imagine that you need to. Like, you already have everyone's got their, not only their ultimates, but their refresher orbs ready. So you might as well just go for it. By the time the first EXO is done, the second EXO will be up for refresher. So yeah, I completely see why Fox Game is like, let's just go. Let's just end the damn game. We've got everything we need. There's no point delaying it, honestly. Just giving the enemy openings at that point.
Let's see now, Foxy. They are going forward. The exorcism is used. Void jumps to the side there just to see if anyone is hiding in the trees. But no, the tier 3 is dropping. Bottom lane, there's a TP happening. Okay, there's gonna be TP from the Ember Spirit just wanting to push in the bottom lane. But the top lane is the one that we're gonna be focusing on. Jumping in from KJ, trying to finish off Cat Chaser. No, not even close. There's the big chrono. That is a huge one. The Tiny is gonna be going down. KJ still alive. Uses the BKB. Tries to run away. We'll be able to do it. The refresher on this Bloodseeker will have another BKB. Can they finish off Jill the once? Yes, they can. They will get her down once. But look at this one. The exorcism still going strong. They have the cheese as well, trying to bait a little bit more. Again, it's being very aggressive. Misses the slide of fish chains, but uses the BKB. Now another chrono. KJ, can they finish her off? No, there's gonna be a bushwhack. Still does have a BKB on Jill, so he's gonna be completely fine. Going for the bashers. A stun from the Nyx. Sleepless. A beautiful one. We don't need a chrono. We don't need a Tide Hunter. When we have a Nyx that's gonna be ravaging the enemies. And that is literally what happened to Rawr. They got ravaged by Foxy Gaming in this game number 1. 57 minutes of those 30, Rawr were winning. But Foxy, they showed them their teeth. They extended the game. And in the end, they have won.
Dude, I mean, Sleepless did so many good plays in that fight. She had the Spike Carapace on and blinks into the chrono when she saw the Dawnbreaker's ultimate. She's like, oh, you're trying to do that? No. We don't like that at all. Then she gets that basically ravaged in that fight. 114, but still a great performance. I like what Foxy did. They took their time, but when they're pushing, they always had the Linkosphere, the Aegis on their heroes. They were able to get the Shiva's Guard. They made sure she had the Frost Armor. Because when they jumped on the Cat Chase at the last fight, if she didn't have Frost Shield on, she would have been dead for sure. So this list turning out to be a really good pick by Foxy Gaming at the end. And Foxy Gaming, one more win, and they go all the way to the grand finals, and they secure themselves $1,200 For Roar, they don't want this to be the end of their journey. Going out at third is just, it's not good enough. It's not good enough for them.
On the first day, these two teams, they had a really long series, Audible.
Yes.
Do you think we're gonna be seeing something like that again, considering how this game number 1 went?
I think that seems to be very likely, right? Like we saw Foxy game. How many times were we like, okay, I think Foxy game is gonna push? No, not yet, not yet. We got a bit more shopping. How about now? No, it's too early. How about now? No, it's still not Sunday. So I think we might be going for a bit of a long game. But we're gonna go for a break before we go to that second marathon game of this series. I'm Atomo. This Harry Freak will come back to you guys with Sophie as well as Aurora. See you guys in just a little bit.
What a turn of events, Aurora. Rawr versus Foxy Gaming. What a comeback. I mean, that was so crazy. The Razor was so fat. Like the laning for Razor, NM, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
She just had the time of her life. But for some reason, they weren't able to close out the game. They weren't able to push high ground. I mean, I guess you're pushing against a Lich and a DP. But what was the real cause of the comeback, Aurora? Tell us.
It's definitely Jill. Oh no, I mean, well, okay. Remember there was a fight at the bottom part. I think Rawr got like 3 to 4, 4 to 5 kills over there. I thought they had the game, and then they won the Roche fight. I mean, they didn't really win the Roche fight, but not giving Aegis to Foxy is a win, and you really need that Aegis to play against the Faceless Void. So even though they didn't really take the fight the way they wanted, like they lost 4 lives, and then even though they have Aegis but they lost 4 lives, I still think afterwards they could have achieved more. I feel they again respected their opponents a little bit too much, because you already know there's no chrono, there's no there's no big spells that are ready from Foxy Gaming to like turn the game around. So I think as Rawr, they should have just went up to the high ground. Like their heroes are really, really good at prolonged fights, but then like when they have the best chance they could, they didn't do it. So
Right.
I think that kind of gave Foxy Gaming enough window to come back into the game.
You feel like they weren't putting enough pressure?
I feel like they were just really respecting Foxy a little bit too much. Yeah.
A little scared.
Yeah, I think. But I would say if Rawr really wants to take the game too, they really have to ban the Ember. Like,
Yeah.
just first face it, ban it. Don't give her
100%.
comfort hero. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, honestly, I think the other day they got the pleasure of playing against the Sand King because, honestly, I think her performance on the Sand King versus the Spirits are like not comparable.
I think
Nin has
also,
played so well today.
I think it's part of because Sand King is also not really the hero in the meta right now. Like he's not even strong in the offlane, so at mid he's gonna do like not as well as any other mid heroes. But yeah, like as we can see, like Lingen didn't, fail us. Like she played Ember 2 games today, and both of the games she played remarkably. Like
Yeah, that is very true. And there were so many refreshers that game too. I don't know if you noticed. How many were there? Like 3?
I think Razor had one, Faceless
Yeah.
Void had one, Ember had one, DP had
Oh.
one.
5?
Yeah.
Bloodseeker also had one.
Oh, okay, yeah, so that's 5 refresher.
Yeah, what a game. So many refreshers. All
Yep.
that money. Yeah. But I also felt like Sherry's farm kind of dropped off at a point.
I think that's when I felt the pick was a little bit awkward. Definitely Bloodseeker can do well against Faceless Void, can do well against DP, but they really needed a hero to go high ground. Even though they have Razor, but Razor is the kind of hero where you build, like BKB, Dagger, and Refresher. Like he won't have any stats, so he's not really the high ground hero for you, but he can be a nuance. Like he can just go in and zone, but then you really need someone to high ground. And I think there should be a better hero compared to Bloodseeker. I'm not sure, but I guess it's really just about comfort picks.
Yeah, I think so. Let's go see if there's any comfort picks that are coming out right now. Ooh, we have the DP again.
Yeah, and they didn't ban the Ember. I guess they should ban it the second phase, but I'm not too sure. Maybe they're like, okay, this is, the best that they can get. We're gonna challenge it.
Finally, they banned the Dawn though. Like a while ago, I'm just sick of seeing it. I mean, I love the hero, but it just isn't so fun to watch when you're watching it over and over again, right?
Yeah, and especially it's not doing the Deso build. So,
Yeah, I know. Not the fun build.
Yeah. I mean, I
But
guess
they do ban KJ's Batrider, which is also smart because she's very strong with that hero.
Yeah. I think this is also a block pick from Rawr. Like they recognize that Foxy is also pretty confident with the DP. So now they're taking it away from her.
It definitely did look strong last game. It gave them like a lot of high ground push potential.
Yeah. And
Plus,
like,
like we were
complemented
saying,
the chrono.
yeah, exactly. I was just gonna say like what we were saying before, how like the chrono would work well with the DP ult.
Ooh.
This is interesting.
Yeah. I mean, I think this is also one of their comfort picks, and like the team likes to play around a Juggernaut. I've seen, like Foxy Gaming pick Juggernaut for Jill, and they play together quite well. But again, actually, when I see CM, I'm not too sure about the pick. I think like, of course, DP can benefit from the aura, but I don't think she really needs it.
Right.
Feels like it's kind of weak though to pair it with DP in terms of first phasing it.
I'm just thinking about like DP and Jug. I feel like as a DP player, you're not that scared of Jug because the easy answer is always like a Yules
Yeah,
to
definitely.
the Omni.
Yeah.
And
But
plus,
then-
when you have EXO out, he still gets damage when he's spinning.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is though, like, I think they just feel very good about this Jug and Leech combo. Like, they just feel,
right.
hey, I know you have a DP, but, I have a slow, I have a shield, so yeah, we're still gonna run you down.
Right. It's like one of those super old school, like typical cheese combos in the lane, the Lich Jug.
Yeah. I mean, I guess in a way, because I would say Foxy is sort of begging on the fact that this DP is a tree. So that's why just picking this Jug, would be fine since they already saw the laning. So now they just need to ban the heroes that would be at other lanes that Jug don't really want to fight against. Like Faceless Void is a problem, of course. Pango should be fine, but they probably took it out because KG is quite, like confident and comfortable on this hero as well. And
NM is also a really good Pango player.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like,
They can flex it.
yeah, they just don't want to have that kind of uncertainty to deal with, I guess.
Yeah. I wonder what will come out after. I feel like Foxy needs more like AoE crowd control right now. I mean, you do have the Chain Frost, but
There's no stuns as of
yeah,
now.
there's no stuns.
Yeah.
Rawr, you kind of have stuns, I guess, with the Crystal Maiden, the root, but there's no like hard stuns or like hexes.
Yeah. I think we'll see it in the second phase definitely. But what I'm thinking now is, would Raw pick the Tiny again? Because even though I think Ulap doesn't play the Tiny 4, but I think at this point it's still good to pick the Tiny against like Jug and Lich. And it's a comfort hero, so like it should be a stable pick. But I'm not too sure since they lost with it last game.
Right. It is also a very popular pick. We've seen it a lot during FSL and also during like pro DPC games. You see Tiny in almost like every single game.
Yeah. It's kind of one of the best heroes to just tank the Juggernaut's Omni Slash, And then you can pick a greedier pos one to really carry against all the other heroes.
What position do you think this Death Prophet is in? Because it's another one of those kind of flex heroes. But do you know if KJ is comfortable with DP?
I don't think KJ is comfortable with DP. I think this is almost definitely an M hero.
Mm-hmm.
I think KJ would much prefer heroes that can go around the map a little bit more. Things like Barrider, which is banned, and then Quap, Lina. I think they'll pick the Lina in the second phase, so I do hope they pick the
Oh
Lina.
wow. We
Um,
haven't seen Earthshaker once this entire tournament, I believe.
yeah, we didn't. But oh, that's the clockwork. So that's the thing. It's like when you see Jug, you most likely don't wanna play a shaker into it, right? I'm
Right.
thinking, what if this is a KJ hero, like a mid a shaker? I'm not too sure, but
Ah,
10 seconds remaining.
that's
and yeah,
5
clockwork like kind
seconds
of
remaining.
make shaker hard to perform as well. So
right. Mid shaker. I feel like that'd be really fun to watch.
yeah,
As
I
long as it like
mean,
does well, that would be fun. But you know, if it gets dumpster, then of course it wouldn't be.
yeah, there we go, the Ember. Like I really don't want to see a shaker having to play against Lich and Jug, you know, like
Right.
he's just not gonna be able to do anything. And when you pick a DP, you want the DP to have the
10
advantage, have the lead.
seconds remaining.
Man, how did they not ban the Ember?
5 seconds remaining.
I guess they probably think the same. Oh, this is your best, we'll fight the best.
Right.
Yeah.
I
There we go, the
see.
co-op. Although I
Oh,
don't
man.
think co-op can do well against Ember in terms of like scaling,
10
because
seconds
this
remaining.
Ember just needs to press one button and really like a chunk of your
5
HP is gone.
seconds remaining.
But for co-op, you need to get your hero in to deal like the maximum damage possible. Like you can't just Sonic Wave and call it a day, because I don't think
Right.
you can with whatever Foxy is having right now.
I feel like they'll also this Ember will be able to dodge a lot of the Quap spells. She's just so good on the Ember, like oh my gosh.
Yep.
Nin's Ember is just so good.
Radiant
Big
team
fan.
banned.
So what do you think your Jill is gonna come out with as a carry? Oh, obviously the Jug, right?
Dire team
Yeah. I mean, I guess they've done this before, like just first phase a job and
Right.
Jul will play it. But I think it's fine. Like she should be able to do fine, because we've seen it. Like it was a comeback game as well. It wasn't like a one-sided game.
10 seconds
She should be
remaining.
fine. Right now, I think they kind of lack their off lane.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, stakes are definitely high this game though, because if Foxy wins
Radiant
this,
team
then
banned.
Rawr will be eliminated.
Team pick.
Yeah.
So they really have to put out the bag. But we've seen Foxy; they're kind of one of those teams that like really take the game slowly and carefully. Carefully, definitely, but slowly as well.
Yeah. Ooh, we get to see the Morphling this time.
That's
Well,
interesting. We were just talking about Morphling a while ago and how like it just isn't that strong at the moment.
but I think it's like the last game. They probably just, you know what? It's the last game. Just play what you want to play.
Right. It's the case again of comfort heroes being sometimes better than meta picks. Yeah. Oh man, I'd love to see this Morphling like play a good game though. This is the first time we've seen it in this tournament, I think.
Yeah, it is. But I also don't think he can, because it's Necro in his lane. It's gonna
Right.
be hard. And
Right.
like on top of that, it's clockwork. So it's like, you know, it's
Ah.
hard to kill. It's just no one for you to kill. You'll have to farm, and I don't think Foxy is gonna allow that.
Right. I'll be the optimist and you will be the realist.
Yes.
But our casters are ready, so I'm gonna hand us off to them right now.
Well, thank you, Sophie. Thank you, Aurora. And we're gonna be heading into game 2 right now. Automo, you saw the drafts. You saw what the girls picked up for themselves. The panel is gonna be agreeing that we're not gonna be seeing a game 3. But how does it seem from your side?
I'm gonna have to agree with the panel as well on this. I do think that they have a pretty good lineup. Lack of control against the Ember Spirit. Nin has been awesome on the Ember Spirit the whole game. I really don't like this lineup from Rawr. Like who stands in the front? Is it Death Prophet? Doesn't feel like that's gonna be enough. I think their damage is just okay. I'm all in on Foxy Gaming. But let's go into the game. Let's actually see how it's gonna pan out. What about you, Mr. Harry Freak? Do you think we're gonna go through all three games?
Yeah, it's looking that way to me. I'm loving the Roar lineup actually. I think they have everything they need. Um, there is one thing that Nin has been doing badly in the tournament from what I've seen, and that's the laning stage.
Yes.
And I think Roar this time around, if they start snowballing, they're not gonna be snowballing as hard as in the previous game, but their timings are gonna be stronger. The blink shard and the shaker, or just the shard or just the blink, doesn't matter. The Morphling getting the manta, just being able to go forward. Morphling naturally has a really good matchup against the Juggernaut, and when I look at Foxy, I'm just so afraid for this Necro. You offer him up in front, and I think the Necro dies in just a second.
But that's the thing, Catchers doesn't have to be in front because she also has a clockwork with her, a Juggernaut with a healing ward. You got Ember Spirit who can sort of go in and out. Like, I don't think it's the same way with Rawr that has to play with Catchers in the front, at least for the beginning of the game until we have the Morphling with some
The battle begins.
stat items. Fox Gaming's late game compared to last game is not as strong. I'm gonna go with that one. They are definitely not as strong late game as they were with the Faceless Void, Lich, Death Prophet combo that they had. This time it feels a little bit, a little bit less impressive to be fair, to be sure.
Yeah, we'll see what ends up happening. Overall, we're all hoping for a game 3 just to go into that full 3-game series, because we haven't had that one today. Foxy Gaming, they've had a lot of luck today, even one because of one Typhoon. But Naomi is going to be taking some damage. Not going to be going down, but it's going to be a really nice start for the lane. Usually the Crystal Maiden can be very annoying in the laning phase, but when you start out without mana, without HP, it's going to be a bit easier for Cat Chaser to just stand normally in that lane.
Immediately she's forced to solve, knowing that, yep, I'm having a tough time. I just have to get my health up, and Sleepless is gonna bully her again. And Naomi, she didn't have a good time in the previous game, not having a fun time in this game either. That's a dead courier as well. Dude, Sleepless, she has been MVP in that game 1 with that performance on the Nick Assassin, and putting up a great opening in this game as well.
I have to say, I wanted to see Naomi kind of bullying the Necro as much as possible. They're standing next to the Morph, but being a little bit, more aggressive there on the side will allow Sleepless to be a bit more annoying to her. Even got the career kill, as we saw. Sherry, only level 1. This could be, okay, not going to be a dead Morphling. There's just way too many creeps. So talk to me about some of the other lanes. How do we feel about the mid lane, the top lane? How are those going to be panning out?
Well, we're sort of looking at the top lane. I think top lane should be pretty okay for them. They do have the Lich Juggernaut, so that's some decent kill potential. I don't think it's as strong for Raw. I don't think they'll be able to get Honey Lisa as much as they were in the previous game. Like their duo is not as strong. As for mid lane, it's going to be Queen of Pain versus the Ember Spirit. So far, the Queen of Pain is doing well. She's spamming out those daggers. Nin can dodge them with a Sleight of Fist, but it's tough. So, there you go. Oh, what was she? Was she full agi? Was she? She
Yep.
was full agi. Oh no, that always happens.
Yeah, that is one thing, that I wanted to mention, though. Everyone said that this is the first time that we're seeing the Morphling. Morphling is a very tough hero. Sometimes when
Yes.
you're winning the game, you can just make a mistake and die. And I'm kind of hoping that Sherry is going to be able to play this one properly, because a couple of mistakes like that, and you're just going to be losing the game.
That's the main reason why I don't think Morphling, personally, is in general a good hero or in good in this game. It's just so easy for her to lose so much of her health by like that mistake. Like a rocket comes out of nowhere, she didn't react to it in time, just loses her life. So, yeah, I'm not a fan of this Morphling, but mid at least. KJ is doing a little bit better than Nin, but not by much. Usually we see KJ winning this laning phase every time, but this time it's just a little bit ahead only.
Yeah, it's not that big of a deal, to be honest. It's just slightly ahead, and the Queen of Pain, is known as a lane dominator. I think Nin is going to be more than happy with the outcome of the lane currently, and overall, Foxy are going to be happy with the outcome of the lanes. Usually, you pick the CM to win the lanes. This hero level 2, I don't think there's a stronger hero in the game than CM on level 2.
Yes.
And you are losing the lane, and you're losing the lane. It is definitely not looking good.
To be fair, even though CM is a lane dominator, she's not paired up with the lane dominator either. Like Morphling's not amazing the lane, not like a Juggernaut who is NM is feeling the wrath of this Juggernaut right now, taking a lot of damage, but it's gonna be fine. Yeah, it's not like you're pairing her up with a with the Ursa. Although bottom lane Cat Chaser.
They're pairing her with the Morphling who has a lot of right click, and there's the kill. That's the strength of these two, you know, water, a tsunami coming to you, and it's a frozen one, so it's definitely gonna hurt there. So Foxy, they lose a hero, finally Rawr, they get themselves on the board.
All right. That was an interesting surprise to see for sure. Although top lane and Jill, she's taking some damage. A nice spin, dodges quite a bit of that damage. It looks like she's gonna be able to make it out alive. Oh, that was close. That was really close.
Yep, a little bit too close for comfort there for Jill, but she does survive. I have to say, this DP is just having a banger of a lane.
Yes.
Shaker actually managing to secure it pretty nicely there for NM. And
But-
you know, Shaker is already level 3, so it's looking pretty solid.
Yeah, that's actually a nice part for that, because they do need this Earthshaker to have a bit of a good game. And we're seeing, like we said, the supports are just not farming, not getting the levels that they used to. Olap getting a nice pull off as well, just to die more experience for Foxy Gaming. And they kind of need the Lich to get level 6. Remember, last game took her like 16 minutes to reach level 6. You really need her not to do that so that you get a bit of damage, because Clockwork, okay damage, but you need more than that.
But you still did win the last game, so
That's
maybe that's
true.
the path to success. Not let Honey Lisa get any levels until minute 30, and then she comes out with those beautiful chain frosts. This time around, there's no chrono to secure them, but there is gonna be a clockwork cog. So
Yes.
if there are multiple heroes inside of that, that's gonna be a lot of damage. I'm looking at this clock. For me, that's the X factor. He can pretty much destroy both the game for the Shaker and for the Crystal Maiden, and if that happens, it's going to be a disaster.
Yeah, I feel the same way about this Clockwork. Like we've seen, we've all seen fails of the week where Earthshaker's like tries to get the fissure off and he just gets stuck in the damage. Like, no, okay, I can't do anything. So I do think that the same thing could happen here. Although KJ.
Yeah, dropping very low. Nin isn't going to be going forward, but even Ulap is going to be in a little bit of a trouble. Doesn't want to be chasing for that one, just wants the DD rune. That's going to be quite big. Meanwhile, Cat Chaser was left all alone in the bottom lane, but just does have the HP necessary and the regen to survive. Will be completely fine, especially with all of those creeps coming to her tower.
And KJ, she was dominating the lane, but now that she's forced to go all the way back, you can see Ember Spirit's like, oh, I have a whole lane to myself. I'll be make sure to use that fully. And Sherry also loses her courier. Dude, again, Sleepless just absolutely destroying this lane, bottom lane, dude. So much work. Harassing Naomi, forcing her, getting the multiple courier kills, and even getting the first blood on Sherry. Queen of Pain. Where is she gonna? She goes back mid. Okay, not gonna go anywhere to use her Sonic Wave.
Yeah, I'm looking at the CM. I think she has to be a big factor for Rawr. That is the hero that is going to be giving you kills. This hero, when it gets a lot of levels early on, can just go around be a problem. To every single spirit hero, ACM is an issue because you have a 3-second downtime on your stun when you're level 7. So that is going to be something that this Ember is going to have to be dealing with. But look at top lane. NM is just so aggressive, going for Jill. This might be a kill. Honey Lisa trying to save her carry. Jildo dropping low. Okay, he's gonna be dodging that.
Oh, what?
Going for a TP out. No, just run away.
What?
Going down means that you cannot come back to the lane. It's a disaster.
I thought she was actually gonna live. Just walking away, she's gonna live normally. Oh, Jill.
Bonus.
And then she wants more. She's still hungry for more blood.
Sleepless? Don't be a bonus as well, please. Please don't be a bonus. Okay, Sleepless. It seems like she might be okay with the cogs. We'll be getting NM away, and finally the spirits will be coming back. But that means that Death Prophet is full and can continue laning without any issue.
What was that TP? Oh, that one. Jill's gonna be kicking herself. She had phase boots. She could have outrun the Death Prophet, but like you said, even if she dies, now she can't actually teleport back to the to the lane. Very awkward situation for Jill to go through.
So 3-1, the gold lead is not big at all. There is pretty much no gold lead. Honey Lisa on the wrong side of the fissure and will be surviving because that one. NM is being super aggressive. This is a level 7 DP. This is a hero you do not want to be messing with.
Yeah, she's making sure that if people have to leave her alone. Still, where is our Queen of Pain exactly? Is she
Killing Honey Lisa.
There you go. That gets her. So solid rotation by KJ. Are they gonna go more? If you can get Jill a second time before she reaches level 6, that's a big deal. And looks like Sleep is like, I know you want to take the bounty ruin. I understand. You gonna bug me about it. So there you go. Just take it. We don't care. Just take it. And CM gets the bottom bounty ruin as well. So nice injection of gold coming out for Rawr.
Man, these courier kills from Sleepless just making a difference. Look at the difference between her and some of the other supports. Imagine if that was a Shaker with the bonus 600 gold towards the Blink Dagger. It definitely would have made a difference. So I'm liking how it's going for Sleepless. We mentioned that she's gonna be a big factor in this game. Let's see. I really want to see if she'll be able to keep this Shaker and the NCM in place, because that is gonna be a big deal if she can.
I also have no doubt. Although Sleepless may have walked in a bit of a wrong neighborhood and loses her life, I have no doubt she's going to do a good job, because she's been doing a good job so far. But you know, sometimes you do walk into the wrong place. Nin,
The chains don't connect.
Yeah, unfortunate for Nin.
She used it at the good time, the chains in her Sleight of Fist. Just there were two creeps there, and you don't get the connection. Ulab though gonna be very sad in the river all alone and pulled into her death very soon. She'll be going down, and the Earthshaker does die. Nice kill there coming out from Nin, and this is a hero you don't want to be giving kills to. Though Jill on the top lane is being bullied. This Juggernaut just isn't having a good time, and the problem is she can't even stay on this lane nicely against the DP.
Then you can see the top 3 net worth all on Rawr. Foxy, they are a bit behind, but it's not too bad, because again, you have the Ember Spirit who could make space. Anissa, the classic level 4 at 10 minutes. She's gonna hit level 5 though, but you definitely need her to get level 6 soon. The Sleepless was also just soaking up some EXP in the mid lane. You gotta get those supports to 6, otherwise you're gonna be in trouble. CM already has 6. Oh dear.
Honey Lisa on the top lane is looking very much dead. The spirits are gonna be haunting Honey Lisa forever, and yet again she will be going down. While in the mid lane, the Queen of Pain almost dead. Not just yet though, but this push from Foxy, it's actually quite big. Having an Ember Spirit, having a Clockwork opening up the mid lane that early on, it is gonna be a problem, and that's why the TPs are coming in. You have to defend this one. Both Sherry and then Em are gonna be coming over, and it's
Nice
bail
cog.
time for Foxy.
Very nice cog. Cog's right where she's about to land, walks out of there, forces those TPs, so it's definitely what you want. And the top lane tower does get denied, so Foxy doesn't lose that much gold from it. Yeah, the map control is unfortunate, but you're not suffering too much. And Cat Chaser is applying pressure bottom. She needs to be careful though. The Death Prophet is going bottom as well.
Yep, gonna be moving there, gonna be able to defend the tower for now though. It is fairly low, but Foxy Gaming, they just don't have the strength to go for the DP just yet. I feel like a smoke towards the DP right now. She's in a pretty vulnerable position, and that is exactly what's happening from Foxy Gaming. They're coming over, they want this DP dead. But Honey Lisa, again, very low in terms of levels. Do they have enough damage with the Reaper Sight? Might be enough. Sleepless.
I mean, if she gets a couple of Spirit Ciphers, then you're in real trouble. And
Yep.
well, I think they're peeking. They're like, we know. Okay, they found her.
Yeah, they found her, gonna be jumping in, pushing her back. Okay, that's a definite death for NM. No Spirit Siphons, even 10 of them are not gonna be saving you from that. They push back into Anomaly Slash, and even the Reaper Sight. That's gonna be the first charge for Cat Chaser, and the tower on their side as well. The gold lead completely even. Ember gonna get cooled down a little bit, but no, it's actually gonna be the CM that gets melted. Naomi gonna have the ulti. There she lets it go there, and Nin, there is nothing she can do about this one. Has to be very careful. Another frostbite could mean her death if there is any help, but Nin will keep herself away for now.
I like what she did. She's like, alright, you know, I forced out the ultimate, that's good enough, not going too greedy. Bomb tower taken by Foxy is the first tower that's actually like not taken, not denied. So they want to go for mid as well. KJ, she does have the Sonic Wave, and then taking a lot of
That's a lot of
damage.
damage.
Do
you know where she went?
Yeah, sure. It went all the way mid, then she's just going back to base. If that had landed, that fissure line, that would have been a dead Nin. But Nin staying alive, and Cat Chaser, she is hella farm. She's got a Spirit Vessel, really good to have in this game against the Morphling, and even the Death Prophet.
Yep, especially now, there are no BKBs, there are no Manta Styles. Rawr is going to be needing some time to farm those up. And you do have the charges. That is the important thing. If you can get a kill or two right now on this Necro before those Mantas, those BKBs do come out, that's going to be quite huge. But for now, it doesn't seem like Foxy are going to be making a play. It is Sleepless that has to do the initiation.
And to be fair, they don't have a Reaper Scythe ready, so they might be like, alright, let's just go when we have Reaper Scythe. And they are all grouping up here. Ulap, still very far from that Blink Dagger. She doesn't even have enough gold if she sold all her items. She's got an Arcane Boot, and that's 500 gold.
So Exorcism gonna be dropped in the mid lane. There are the Seeds of Serenity. They're keeping the Necro quite healthy. They're gonna be trying to go for the tower, but there's the Frost Shield. They'll be fine. Naomi very aggressive, gonna be surviving. The Chain Frost gonna be used, but Sleepless is gonna be the first one to fall. Naomi to follow, and Ulap will be going down as well. The ulti being dropped, but that it's not gonna be doing anything. The Silencer Man, I'm going forward. Cat Chaser gonna be going down. The Reaper side comes out. It's gonna be enough damage. No, NM is still alive. Not for long though. Foxy, they do manage to defend their tower, but they're not going to be defending that many of their heroes. It's going to be a triple kill for KJ, but she loses 3 heroes in the process. All this time, of course, the carries, what are they doing? They're playing PvE Dota.
Of course, you know, God forbid either one of them shows up and decides to help with their ultimate. They're like, no, I believe in my team. KJ, I think she was a Sonic Wave just on Sleepless, and that was really all she needed. Very close with that Reaper Scythe kill, but not enough to get the kill on NM. In the end, it feels like a very even trade. Slightly more experience for Foxy, slightly more gold for Rawr. Tower does stay alive, though, so that is something that Rawr, they would have loved to get that tower as well with that push. Sleepless, jump in.
Yeah, Ulap is just dead. Even the Omnislash will be committed. I think he knows, not even attempting to use any of his spells because it cannot be done. Just constant battery assault, like bam, bam. You're trying to smash the ground. Not gonna be happening. So Rawr, they lose their Shaker yet again. This is not looking good. That Blink Dagger not gonna be coming out anytime soon.
No, not at all. And you know that's what you do when you get caught by Clockwork, is that you throw it in frustration. You're like, oh god damn it, and oh, Honey Lisa's gonna lose her life as well. But that's kind of expected. That's on par for the course. She's still significantly more farmed than Naomi. So, you know, a couple of deaths here and there are not going to make too much of a difference. As long as... I'm going to say she's getting her farm, but as a list, you really don't even need farm.
KG, she's gonna be level 12. Second point in the Sonic Wave right now. Actually, did she skill up something else? No, she didn't. I started counting those skill points, and then I saw that actually she's gonna be completely fine. Sleight of Fist Chains connects. KJ, and she needs to be a bit careful, especially with the Reaper side being ready. A few more hits. Okay, coming forward. She just blink out. Oh, she's dead.
What a goal!
KJ goes down, and now there's gonna be a follow-up. Naomi will be there to follow Foxy. They have a 2k goal lead just like that. Even though the game was even, the Queen of Pain just comes a little bit too far.
Dude, we've always been sort of saying, Foxy's very patient, and we mean that a little bit in a mean way, like they're a bit slow, but that was so good. They throw a Sleight of Fist and they wait. They throw another Sleight of Fist and then they were like, oh, I'm just gonna walk in. Guesses the correct illusion. Which, I mean, it's just all really impressive. She went for 1 for 3 chances. She manages to get very good plays by Cat Chaser here. Second Necro Reaper side kill as well. And more importantly, just brings down KJ. The most, I think she was like, the most farmed enemy hero on the game.
Yeah, definitely. It will be really, really big. This Necro now gonna have those stacks of the Spirit Vessel as well. The Morphling not joining the fight though, but the Jugger did overtake the Morphling. So how do you feel about this one when it comes to the later portions of the game? Morphling versus the Juggernaut. Morphling though versus the Necro Ember and the Juggernaut. It's not gonna be easy.
Honestly, I feel like the Necro is more of a problem for Morphling than Juggernaut, if that makes sense. Like, with the Juggernaut, you can, dog waveform away from them, Slash, you can become very tanky, you're not too worried, but the Necrophos always deals a percentage of your max health as damage. If you're low health, you take damage from Death Pulse. If you're high health, you take damage from the Heartstopper. I feel like that's almost as big a problem as the Juggernaut. So that's something to be worried about if you are the Morphling. I don't like it. I don't like the matchup too much for Morphling. Sleepless loses her life in the bottom lane, but forces out a Sonic Wave in return.
KJ finally gets her revenge there, but I I feel like, you know, you're getting 6 kills on this Queen of Pain, but every time you die, it's a disaster. And she's not going for a BKB. Wants the Sanction Kaya first. And I think that's a little bit too greedy. Sleight of Fist chains, and even with the status resistance, I think she dies.
I think it's just so that she can keep the... Once the hook shot lands, you know, it doesn't matter if you have BKB or not. She wants to make sure she just survives the initial hook shot long enough to blink away. Make sure that the enemy doesn't have enough time to follow up. So I'm okay with it, you know. It's like it's not too bad. I'm alright with this Kaya Sanch for the Queen of Pain. I understand why she'd go for it.
So NM going for a Yules. She wants to be able to defend herself in that way. Yules versus BKB. Which one would you prefer?
I think that you'll just so that you can remove those spirit vessels. It's very easy to just get a few spirit vessels on you, and it's like, oh man, do I really have to BKB? So Yules helps you with that. It's not amazing as the clockwork because you're like one of you still stuck in the cogs, no matter if it's you or him that's in the air. But it's still helpful. I like it. I like the Yules Scepter. I think I prefer it over the BKB.
Sleepless is going for an Orchid. That's a pretty interesting one for the Clockwork. How do you feel about that item if she does get it in the end?
Orchid, huh? I mean, it's expensive as hell, and you're up against a bunch of people who can have some sort of dispel, either BKB or Manta or Yules or something. I don't love it, and I don't think it's that great because, like, once you go on Crystal Maiden, she's gonna have a Force Staff. Doesn't matter if you have Orchid on her or not. And I don't love it. I don't think it's the best item choice for her, but yeah, I don't love it. I would rather see her go for something like a Shard or just more defensive items to stay alive.
So the carries have been pretty much quiet in this game. When do you think is the time when we'll finally gonna be seeing Sherry or Jill actually joining the fights, joining their team? Is it gonna be later on, or do you expect them to come over a little bit earlier?
I mean, Sherry is looking for a Lincoln's. Oh, she is smoked though. I guess they want to see if they can find it. I don't know. I don't know if she really wants to be able to take a fight right now. Jill's also waiting for her Manta style. So we still got a little bit of items to go. Of course, the team could just be like, "Oh, this is our timing right now. Let's just go." So I'm not.
Her?
Huh?
Okay, we'll be fine. She almost got caught there.
Almost. I mean, she can blink and she can spin TP and she'll be fine. And then
So
also
the
Ember, yeah. She's also got like illusions all over as well.
So the disconnect is out. We
Oh,
know
here we
that
go.
today there were some problems. It doesn't seem like one to me. It seemed like Nin just disconnected on purpose, but maybe that's just me hoping. It would be a disaster if we would get another player just being disconnected, especially, you know, in game 2. That Foxy Gaming is, you know, they won the first game. At least in the previous series, at least it ended up in a 2-0, so you didn't have to find stand-ins or give a default win to the enemy. So it would be really bad if something would happen to Nin right now. You know, as far as I know, she has been undefeated on the Ember.
Yes.
And losing in a way by getting disconnected would feel so bad. So hoping here that she does come back.
By the way, thanks to the Philosopher's Stone on Ulap, she is like 6 gold away from the Blink Dagger, so she's just gonna be fine, and that's gonna help her out a lot. Like they need some of that control. No BKBs available apart from the spin on the Juggernaut, so you can be able to get that big Echo Slam here. So the question is, how do you group them up? The only way you can do that is by fighting around objectives.
It's not gonna be easy. It's definitely not gonna be easy right now. I guess maybe you can find an opening, but for now it doesn't seem like Rawr can do it. It's 11-9. Rawr, they did have a lot more kills in the previous game as well, but in terms of net worth, they're still losing. Is there like a timing that they are looking at Rawr for when they can go forward?
Having the Blink Dagger on Earthshaker is a big deal, and
Yep.
I mean, I want to say Force Staff on Crystal Maiden helps, but that's going to take a long time to farm, and Morphling as well is far from the Lincolns. Death Prophet's not so far from the Yule, so that could be something for you. But overall, there's no like big item I'm seeing coming out very soon. Like even Queen of Pain, she's like 3,300 gold away from the BKB. So they might just be their time could be right now, just with the Blink Dagger. Like the one Blink Dagger is all we need on the Earthshaker to take a fight.
And The tier 2 is being pressured. It's actually gone. Rawr doesn't get it down and out there. Mass TPing towards the bottom lane. Nice rocket flare there. He's going to be scouting them out perfectly. Foxy, do they want to fight or do they want to bail? They're on the high ground right now.
But
Can
Cherry's
most
not
definitely
here.
take a fight. Yeah, let's see. Foxy Gaming will be moving forward. Very aggressive play from Nin, and the rest of Rawr, they need to bail.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, they can't actually fight, honestly. Like, I mean, they could try, but they already used the Death Prophet ultimate as well. That's a huge part of their damage. We'll see if they're pretty ballsy if they go for it. Sleepless, going for the Crystal Maiden.
Okay, Naomi is gonna be going down, but now they found the Juggernaut. That's gonna be the Echo expanded. Cat Chaser trying to get them to the high ground. Will they be chasing? Sherry says yes. Turns into the Ember Spirit. It's gonna be a watery fire spirit. That looks so scary.
Ooh.
And Cat Chaser is just dead. Then they found more. Honey Lisa, she'll offer herself as a bonus. A classic one, even from the previous game. Will be going down yet again. Sherry gets a double. 3 heroes are dead. And the Crystal Maiden dying. Well, you'll give that one away any day.
Giant Echo Slam catching Jill before she can do anything. With this Blink Dagger, we're saying, oh, that is the timing. This is the timing that you want to have if you can. Sleepless does kill the Crystal Maiden, but that's no big deal. Although, this might be a problem here for Nin. Takes the stun. Is she going to be die? Yes, she does die in the end. And suddenly Rawr getting 4 kills and only losing the Crystal Maiden. They are very happy with the way the game is going right now. And they control the top tier 2 as well. They took the top tier 2.
That is the strong timing that we were talking about during the draft. The blink on the Shaker 20 minutes in. It did take Kulap a long time, but now she is gonna be a big issue towards the enemies. The Shard, the Force Staffs, those items now are gonna be coming out easier just because the game is going so well for you. But Foxy, they're just not gonna be sitting and doing nothing. They're gonna be going forward and trying to get this game back into their control. Who can they catch? Who can they go on? Can they win this fight? Cat Chaser going forward. Naomi will be the one breaking that smoke. The Fissure comes out. It's gonna be blocking out Cat Chaser. She is all alone. She has no help. And the ulti from Naomi just destroying everyone. That added armor, just a big deal.
Oh,
but
God.
now it's actually gonna be the Queen of Pain going down. Cat Chaser even isolated. She is not gonna be going down. You don't have the morphling. You don't have the damage. But we have death for you. But still, look at that exorcism. It's actually doing a lot of damage. And is she gonna be able to survive? No. The damage is gonna be overwhelming. She is dead. The witch does get burned there by Nin.
I mean, without the Echo Slam, I mean, that's why they won the first fight. But Rawr, they got tier they pushed bottom. It was a nice idea, but no Echo Slam. Like, where is your control without it when you look at it? Like, Death Prophet and Queen of Pain, they can't control anyone. Crystal Maiden, she's always going to be the first to die, so it has to be Earthshaker jumping in with the big Echo Slam. And they underestimate the enemy, thinking they can take that fight without it. Jill, she goes and pokes her son, and she's like, oh my god, you hit really hard. This is very painful.
Yeah, it is very painful. The smoke comes out. Okay, this is disastrous.
They have
for
that
Foxy
go
Gaming. Ulap, if she jumps in, gonna be getting multiple kills. The Fissure is out, and Foxy Gaming, they understand the danger. The danger is very close, and you want to get yourself away from it. So Foxy, they'll just keep themselves away, and they'll be safe.
Still no Lincoln Sphere on the Morphling. It's gonna take some time for her to get it, which means that Foxy, they can be okay with this. They can, like, delay the game a little bit more. They're not in a rush right now. They don't have the Reaper Sight. They don't have the Omni Sight. She needs about 40 seconds for the Omni to be back up. Then they might be ready to fight again. It's a very important for Sleepless to find Ulap. They know this that Ulap can do a lot of work. It's Sleepless' job to deal with him. That's all that Clockwork has to do to sort of win the game, to be effective.
Foxy Gaming, they're gonna be in a smoke. We'll be trying to find something. If Ulap dies, it's gonna be a big deal. Now they know roughly where she is. But Naomi breaks the smoke. She's gonna be the one tanking it. She doesn't mind dying, it seems like. And it's gonna be another time that she just gets taken down. The Crystal Maiden is dead. But there's one thing I wanted to ask you, Automo. The Morphling going for a Linken's.
Yes.
It just kind of feels off this game.
You don't like the Morphling Lincolns?
No?
I mean,
You like it?
I think there's only, what, like 3 spells are single target, which is the Reaper Sight, the Omni Slash, and the Sinister. Well, Sinister Gaze is a Frost Blast. And I think that Lich is probably not going to be able to get those spells off. She wants to dodge the Reaper Sight. I'm okay with it. Yeah, with that, I prefer maybe a BKB, but I don't think there's anything wrong with the Lincoln Sphere. And again, you are up against the Clockwork, so it's not bad, if you ask me. Oh.
I really want to see a BKB. Roche dropping low. Jill does finish it off and gets the Aegis. Now the Ulti from the Lich, gonna start bouncing around. Honey Lisa, alive
Echo?
still. That's a big fissure. The
Echo!
Sonic Wave, the Echo! You can hear it just echoing everywhere, but it's not gonna be enough because Jill turns around and starts cutting down everyone. She can even cut water. That's how good of a swordsman the Juggernaut is. Sherry, though, gets to the high ground, not gonna be cut in half completely, and that's a big Echo coming out from Rawr. Still, not gonna be winning them the fight. Did they just... Okay, they lost Sleepless as well, but they could have lost so much more. Foxy Gaming, I don't even know how they survived that.
Catchiester was able to get a nice ultimate on NM, and you know, like Jill was just it's very tanky. They got a lot of resistances. Remember, they have a pipe of insight, so even though they're getting these big Echo Slams, it's not doing as much damage as usual thanks to the Necrophos with the pipe, with the heal, and of course Necrophos also got a Nether Shawl, so they're just a very durable group right now. So it was a nice attempt. Good Echo, but it wasn't enough damage. I mean, look at the damage, only 1,800. That's not insane.
I mean, 3-man Fissure, 3-man Echo, and you don't finish people off. I feel like the Morphling wasn't in place to do the damage. Those heroes should have died. Foxy Gaming shouldn't have had anyone in that fight, especially because, you know, the Earthshaker, she was hesitant to go for the Echo immediately. Okay, Nin, bottom lane, doesn't have the BKB. The follow-up stun is gonna be there, but does have the Remnant back. That's gonna be enough for Nin to survive. And Rawr, they don't even get that. They still hold the lead, but they're just not using it that well.
Doesn't even feel like they hold the lead, right? Like, I'm looking at it like, are we sure they're 1,000 ahead? It doesn't seem like they're 1,000 ahead at all. That's gonna be a tough situation for Ulap to deal with. Remember, she's sort of all their control. She needs to make sure she keeps doing some work. It's a hard game to be an Earthshaker, and honestly, like, you don't have someone who really charges in like a Tidehunter or something. Yes, Death Prophet can do that, but she's not ideal for the role. Oh, here we go, Jill.
Gonna be taking some solid damage. A healing ward in a very weird spot there from Jill, but there's the catch. The Earthshaker looking very much dead. There is no Force Staffs. Let's see if maybe they can sable up. The damage isn't going to be that overwhelming. Trying to go for the Fissure. The creeps are coming in to assist. We will take the battery assault, and Ulap just smashes the ground, and the Clockwork with it. So that's going to be a nice kill for Rawr, and they do defend the tier 2 while claiming a tier 2 of their own. A win across all fronts.
I mean, if that was a nice dive by Sleepless going for it, but Olaf positioned herself very deep into the trees. So if Fox wanted to help, they'd have to go really, like, they'd have to be diving. And they're like, listen, we don't really feel like doing that, so they end up losing Sleepless. Not the biggest deal. That is her buyback death, so it's gonna be a bit longer than usual. So it's still fine. They still have about 2 minutes left on this Juggernaut Aegis. They can go and pressure bot lane if they want to. Ooh, smoke coming out from Rawr, though.
Shard. There's a smoke. Let's see who they'll be able to catch. They're gonna be going very slowly. The Echo is ready, so might be able to crush one of the heroes. A key target could be nice. Either the Necro or the Ember would be really good to bring down. Cat Chaser is gonna be spotted, but immediate blink out. What does Cat Chaser have in terms of items? Lotus Orb. I really like that one. I think it's the right approach.
I mean, she's already got so much magic resistance, a little bit of physical armor, as well as the deflecting spells help. Oh, Cat Chaser, gonna be okay. Force Staffs are gonna be available on the sports very soon.
That's a solid amount of damage, but Cat Chaser, she's still alive. There's a healing ward there as well. Jill will be protecting her friend, and they'll just be getting themselves out. The Exorcism was used. They will try to go for the last outer tower, but now a spin from Jill. Wants to go forward, still has the Aegis, feels pretty confident going in. The Morphling jumps in, turns into the Ember, Sleight of Fist chains, all the two of them. The Ember is dropping low, the silence is there, beautiful Fissure, Sonic Wave, dropping low, dead. Nin goes down, Honey Lisa uses the Chain Frost, is gonna be doing nice damage, but the Echo, again, onto 3 heroes. Where's the follow-up? Where's the follow-up? Where is my Morphling? Where is someone to do the damage? And he jumps in, but Sleepless pushes them away. It's a triple kill for Sherry. Let's see if she can get anything more. No more Reaper side. Sherry, does she even feel scared at all? Cat Chaser caught there between the trees, between the illusions as well. It's finally gonna be able to get herself away, and the fight will end in a 3-4-3 again. Again, Ulap is getting this beautiful Echo Slams, but the follow-up just isn't there immediately.
I mean, you can see the damage. It's just so much magic resistance, and that's costing them. Like, it's very difficult for Ulap. She's getting this control, she's getting the Echo, but like I said, there's just not enough follow-up. Despite that, though, Rawr, they could be pretty happy with that fight. They are starting to extend their net worth lead a little bit. A lot of it does come down to the fact that they have a Philosopher's Stone on their side, helping Ulap continue to just grow her net worth advantage. She's going to have a Force Staff very soon in the next fight. Crystal Main as well has a Force Staff. That's going to help them out a lot against this Clockwork.
The Skadi will be coming out from Sherry very soon.
Dude.
That's gonna be big, but the other Skadi on the Juggernaut is gonna be big as well.
Dude, I really don't like this Orchid on the Clockwork. Like, she's only 2 pieces into it. She still needs to farm another 1,300 gold just to get an item. Like,
It's looking really weird. I would have liked a Force Staff or something just to be able to continuously chase
Shard is
towards the
great.
Shaker. Yeah, the Shard is fine as well. Oh, they will find the Clocker in the backline. They kind of skip Cat Chaser. Very nicely done by the Queen of Pain, trying to finish off the Clock in the backlines, but the Clock will TP out. Now going for Cat Chaser. She doesn't have that much help. Here comes Nin from the side. A beautiful fissure, a follow-up stun as well there with the Shard. Cat Chaser dropping low, but the Jugger jumping in, trying to go for
big jump.
Naomi. Naomi's looking very much dead. She is dead. Cat Chaser still alive, and the Reaper side cuts down the Queen of Pain. Now the Omni Slash onto Sherry. It's gonna be enough damage. Jill just does everything nice, and the Shaker left all alone. But they'll make her join her friends very soon. Her positioning on the Shaker is always so nice, but just not good enough. Rawr, they get ahead of themselves and they lose a fight heavily.
everything is amazing that Cat Chaser did. Dude, she took so much damage in that fight. Her itemization is perfect. The pipe keeps her alive. The low side, she has a blast streak as well. And just takes all the punishment and still manages to make it alive. And then Sleepless, with her Superman jumped in, saves the whole team. There are no buybacks on Rawr. 2 of their cores are still dead for another 30 seconds. Cat Chaser, I don't know if I can call it MVP, her or Sleepless, but what a jump by, like, what a fight by both of them.
Yeah, it was just beautiful. You know, Cat Chaser surviving through all of that is a big deal. And Foxy, they don't want to be going forward. They're afraid of buybacks. So we'll just focus on the tier 2s. The one on the bottom lane is looking very much dead. I don't even think Rawr want to expend Diglett for this one.
Is under attack.
I'm asking our producer a very important question. But in the meantime, yeah, it is.
Bottom tower
Rawr, it's still not over. Like, we've seen so many good Echo Slams, they can combine it with this Sonic Wave, but this is kind of the issue I have with Morphling. I don't feel like this hero's damage is that impressive in this game. There's a lot of decent armor heroes. You're up against the Lich with the Frost Shield, and of course, you're up against Catches who can just go, physically immune at any point that she wants. So Morphling, yeah, this guy is gonna help, but the damage from Morphling, it's not incredible to me.
Morphling is a specialist hero, a hard hero. Yeah, you need to be a specialist at this one, and also I think the team needs to know how to play around you.
Oh, for sure.
And it's very hard, right, to get the damage in. So we are seeing that they're definitely struggling on Sherry, never being there in time. KJ needs to pop the BKB. Now going for the Necro. Let's see if they can finish her off this time around. She will be getting on. Finally, she dies. Jill will be going forward. They still want to go in. The hookshot will not connect, but the Ember still going in. Look at the aggressiveness from Nin. They found Ulap. Can they finish her off? There's the Orchid. She's definitely going to be silenced for a very long time. The silence is not going to be enough damage. They just didn't kill her. Didn't take away too much of her HP. Now the Morphling is going to start doing the damage. Sherry goes in. Honey Lisa does have the Glimmer Cape. Will be protecting her. The Ice Fire slowing them down. They're just caught inside of the ice, but turning into the Ember Spirit will make it a little bit hotter here. Oh, Honey Lisa is out. She does survive. In the end, though, Foxy will still lose the fight. The question is, can Rawr capitalize? Can they secure themselves a Roche?
Unless they can get some sort of rocket in there, they suspect, right? They see everyone going. They have a nice cliff ward there. They see what's happening. Do they want to expend buybacks on it? It's risky. They might just say, all right, we're just gonna have to give this one away. Very unfortunate for them. Oh no, Ember Spirit, by the way. Hey, what's up, everybody? Let me see what I can do here.
The silence onto the Ember. Doesn't have a BKB. Is looking very scary. Here comes the Omni Slash. She's not going to be doing anything. Just blink out from KJ. Jill in a lot of trouble. The Morphling, though, not going to be chasing Gulab. Is she going to be getting there in time? The bash onto KG. She needs to be very careful. The Fissure does connect. Follow-up stun is there, but Jill just way too tanky, way too fast, and will get herself out. But the Aegis in the hands of Sherry. She's going to be... it's going to be possible for her to be more aggressive. So maybe now we'll see more damage coming out from the Morph.
That was very bold by Nin to walk in without the BKB ready. In the end, she gets punished for it, but it's not it's not too big of an issue. Like Rawr, they aren't going to be pushing that even more. They already got the advantage. They were going to get Roche. Nin dying didn't prevent them or like enable them to get Roche. Roche was already theirs. Clockwork, what's she gonna go for? She's gonna go for a Glimmer Cape. I really like the shard on Clockwork. Being able to fly, provide flying vision for your team. You can also chase people as they walk out of cogs with the Force Staff. Feels like that should be a priority for Sleepless, but we'll see if she agrees with that.
She wants to be Iron Man there. It's,
Right?
We'll see. We'll see. You know, I can always hear the music whenever I see the jetpack. But anyways, Rawr are in a 3k goal lead. A little bit more than that. 25-25. Again, we're having a very close game between these girls. These teams are definitely close to each other in skill, and they know each other well. We're looking at the EKG right now. Can you give us a graph, please? Not just some random guy's EKG. Not an issue.
No, that's our heartbeat right there going crazy. We're like, no, oh my god, it's going all over the place. Oh, what a jump! But Sleepless, do you have any other plan besides just catching him?
Yes, he does.
Yeah,
She does, sorry. Just
like-
TP's out.
She's like, I stopped her from TPing. You're like, okay, now what? I mean, she literally has boots of travel. She loses nothing from that. But that was a high risk, no reward play by Sleepless. Okay.
I risk 2-second reward play. You know, it
Highlight.
works out.
It's the highlight
Yeah,
reel. You
yeah.
know, she's working
Yeah.
on it.
Yeah, for sure. You know, when she's applying for some team, hopefully she doesn't leave Foxy Gaming. Maybe when she's applying for some other team, like look at what I did, and like you did nothing. What the hell are you talking about? Anyways, though, there might be a fight coming out. A Fissure connecting onto the Ember, the follow up stun. Nin though is gonna be completely fine. Now with the Sinister Gaze, they're gonna be looking at this one, but look at the damage from KG. She just deletes the Lich, and Foxy be getting themselves out. Sleepless though looking very much dead. Sherry will be finishing her off.
Buyback
Oh, there's
used.
a bonus. There's a bonus. Cat Chaser. So much trouble. The buyback coming out from the Crystal Maiden. They want to fight this one. They want to destroy them right now. Smashing the ground. The Echo will be there. Gil does go for the spin. Trying to finish off this Shaker. Not going to be happening for now. And I'm getting herself away. And that's a beautiful fissure. I'm just... Ulap is playing the game of her life, just destroying everyone in the Shaker. Her positioning, her understanding, everything is working out. And Rawr, they win a fight. Still, there are no creeps close to the Foxy base, so this game will still continue. There are not going to be any Raxes falling.
And they do have buyback available on the Necrophos, and Lich is going to come back as well. So a lot of this damage coming out to tower is going to be mitigated. Plus, the Exorcism is going to go away. So Naomi bought back. And that might honestly be almost as big of a deal as the fight that they took. If they can kill this Crystal Maiden, they'll have a long time where they can take a 5 versus 4 fight. However, the creeps are coming. Honey Lisa, where are you standing? Girl, where are you standing? Holy moly.
Okay, Jay almost dies. That was so close, but having the Lotus Orb is always going to be enough to protect her. Juggernaut is very strong. He has all of the items to fight the Morphling, but it is very hard to get on top of this Sherry Morph. She has been doing a good job getting herself away from the Juggernaut and just slaying everyone else. There's the Silence, there's the Bash trying to go for it. Needs to be... Oh, actually goes forward. Sherry not afraid at all. Having the Aegis, it's not going to be an issue for her to go forward. And this might be the first lane of Rax. A lot of damage on the Morphling when it comes to pushing. Foxy, they're going to try to defend it. They still have the Glyph. Can they stand their ground? Can they get Rawr out of their base? Another spin. Jill is in. Trying to do the damage. They will just stand their ground. They don't care. Now the Shaker going to be caught. Nice Forcer there. Getting her out of that one. And Sleepless will do nothing. That's a dieback. No way to come back into the game. And look at it. Rawr are just continuing to push forward. They have no intention to stop.
They have buyback on Sleepless if they want to use it, and we're going to see Honey Lisa come out in 10 seconds. Alright, so buyback is used. That's a nice double stun, but Olaf does not have the Echo Slam to follow it up, and that's just going to be all she wrote. They are able to take the mid-melee racks, and that's nice. We'll see if they want to go for more here on Foxy Gaming. They believe that there's some wars in the area, and they do get an Observer Ward dewarded here. Oh, it's a very tense situation right now for Foxy. One win away from qualifying to the grand finals.
It has been a long road for them through the through the wildcard tournament as well. But now it looks like they won't be able to close out the series with just 2 games, but it is still not over. 14,000 gold lead means nothing if you have this strong of a carry juggernaut. Let's see what Jill can do. Can she carry this game? Can she kill everyone? Can she be the big one for her team? The answer for now is gonna be no. They will smoke into the enemy triangle, but look at this. Their base is already being sieged, and Foxy Gaming, they will have to retreat.
And looks like Rawr on the other hand, they say let us smoke. This is so classic between this matchup where one team smokes and the other team is like, all right, we'll just smoke ourselves right now since you did find us. For Foxy Gaming side, they have all the ultimates are available, well, for everyone basically. Will she be able to get a good ultimate now? She's very mobile with this Force Staff. We saw her survive against Sleepless because of it. Big jump here, and they do find Honey Lisa. She has buyback.
Poor girl does get hexed up and will just be going down. KJ with that hex is now an even bigger threat. Imagine how long you can keep a hero under stun if you connect with all of the shaker spells and then a follow-up hex as well. This Juggernaut will not move if she doesn't go for a spin first.
It's still, I mean, look, the problem is the buyback size. Juggernaut is going to have buyback. So is Din, but Catchase is a little bit further away. It would definitely be their advantage if they could have the buyback before they take these fights, because they are going. These are you know, what we call them nail biters. You know, it could go either way right now. And Sherry has a satanic, which as we tested does not get removed by nullifier. So if she's not controlled, it will take her literally 2 or 3 hits to go back to full health, no matter how much health she has.
All 5 of their heroes are alive, but they're 17k gold behind. Their enemies, the Fissure of the Shaker, will not be connecting, so Foxy, their mid laner, will survive. Is this gonna be the first game that the Nin Ember loses here, Automo? It's pretty much looking like it.
It is, but it's not. I mean, it's not 100%, right? Like the Foxy's got 20% chance to come back, and we are at the 44 minutes. 17k advantage is not the biggest deal. You know, it's not like, oh, there's 17k at 20 minutes. That feels like an insurmountable amount. Here, it's a big lead, but it's not gigantic. Like if Foxy can get a pick off on someone, they can take a fight easily.
Jill is working towards the Abyssal Blade. We'll be having that one in no time. Earthshaker. Ulep can buy the Lotus Orb if she wants to, but for now, just wants to keep the buyback, considering that the next Roche will be spawning fairly soon. We know it's going to be in a minute, but Rawr and Foxy Gaming, they're going to have to guess. I guess the buyback is going to be much more important. The one controlling the outpost is going to be Rawr, and they're the ones with the advantage around the pit.
If Foxy, if they go for the pits, like they might have to smoke, take it, and then go in. But if they do that, they'll telegraph, oh, we're coming. So it's a tough situation no matter what they do. I want to go and look at neutral items for just a second, see if there's anything interesting here. Naomi's got the Psychic Headband. Earthshaker's got the Havoc Hammer, so a lot more AoE damage being added, and looks like Aesthetic Cape on the Death Prophet. So she is able to remove the Spirit Vessel just with that. Oh, Cat Chaser!
Silence, Hex, and they're keeping her in place for a long time. Does have the Lotus Orb, not going to be helping you. The damage is just too overwhelming. Even using the Sonic Wave, having the Arcane Rune, it's not going to be that big of a cooldown. And that is just before the Roche spawns. The question is now only if Rawr feel comfortable going up the hill. KJ, what are you doing? The Bashes might kill her. Gonna have to pop the BKB and uses the Scream, jumps out. Doesn't want to be going forward any longer. Foxy, they will have the Glyph right now if they want to use it, trying to defend the Raxus. Look at the damage for the Morphling. That's through the Frost Shield. What happens when it's down? Okay, that happens. The Raxus just died. The Fissure, not connecting anyone. Nin is going to be completely fine, but there is a Hex. You have to be very careful if you're Nin. Now, nice juke around the trees. Not going to be seen. And there's the Hex. Now look at him. Very low, very low, very low, and dead. Oh no, she gets the Yule off. She's going to be okay for now. The silence comes out of the Juggernaut. Jill still not getting the kill, and then will finally fall. Just cut down the Witch. Witchcraft is not allowed in our base, but is it the last for us to shake the earth? They do have buyback on all 4 of their heroes. They might be needing to use that one because the Raxus, the last lane will be falling. They don't even want the Roche. Rawr, they're going for this one. The buyback from Nin, you're gonna have to do better than that. The buyback from Juggernaut, who cares? We don't. Come in with all you got. Jill comes forward. There's gonna be a spin with the Bashes. Can they finish off Sherry? No. Just goes to the waveform, uses the Satanic, and she's completely full. Nin, she is very hot, but there is a tsunami coming your way just to cool you off completely. there it is! The triple kill inside of the base, the Sonic Wave Jill. She's gonna be covering her ears, she's gonna be fine for now, but the Sonic Boom is gonna be silencing them both. Cat Sherry still being very aggressive. Jill getting a double kill, but that Reaper sight, it's not gonna be doing anything. Cat Chaser, why are you running away? I'll chase you down like you did to all of the cats. That's an ultra kill. Give me a rampage. There's the damage from the Morphling, and the game 2 will be going towards Rawr. Foxy Gaming still not typing GG, but there it is. They know that this one is done, and we are going to game 3.
The first game that goes, the first series goes to game 3 today, and it's the same one that went to game 3. And the whole tournament, it's always Foxy versus Rawr, and it's always going to be these two that goes through the 3 games. Man, Foxy Gaming, they fell behind a little bit. They were able to get a couple of kills, but the buybacks were a bit too scattered, story stacked. They didn't come out all at the same time, which killed them in a very tough situation. Honey Lisa again having a pretty tough game with the Lich. First game she went like 114. This game 0-14. And that's costing them a lot. They might need to find some other hero besides this Lich to pick. On Roar's side, though, Morphling did a great job. But I think KJ, so many great Sonic Waves. Ulop's being able to control the enemy team really well. Very impressive performance by all the members of Rawr.
For me, Ulap is the definite MVP here. Her positioning in the entire game was amazing. If those fights, there were no like 3-man echoes and 3-man fissures, I think it would have been a disaster in the early game for Rawr that they might not have been able to come back from. She was the one keeping them in it, getting all of those stuns, getting all of those fights going their way. And in the end, just it's going to be the Morphling and of course KJ and the Queen of Pain that will be able to make a difference. So you saw game number 1, you saw game number 2. Do you have a favorite in the decider? Or do you think it could go either way?
Man, you know what's shocking to me is that you were like, oh, we're going to go game 3. And we were talking, you were like, game 3 is happening. I was like, how does he know? Why? Because I really thought that Fox Gaming had a very great... Oh, yeah, I got one too, you know? So I got one right there. But that was very great prediction by you. I think me and the whole panel thought that Fox Gaming looked really strong. They have the percentage damage. They have decent control. I guess that's the one thing, right? Their month stuns was a bit lacking compared to like an Earthshaker who had a bit more control. I don't think I have a favorite. I think we're gonna have to see the draft, but we're gonna have to see the draft in about 10 minutes. We're gonna take a break for now, guys. Me and Mr. Big Brain over here. See, I can't even get the direction. Big Brain over here. We'll be back in 10 minutes. We'll see you guys then.
We are back for the last game of the day. It has been a long day. Aurora, what are you feeling from last game?
I feel bad because I think I jinxed Jill, but I think it's gonna be okay. They're stronger than that. They're gonna, put a better fight in the third game.
Yeah, I really thought Foxy were going to do it again. Like, I thought they were going to come back again because it was looking pretty similar where, like, NM had a really good lane. Although, I think the mid lane was a bit more different this time. I'm not sure if I recall, like, KJ did really well in the mid lane. But, yeah, I thought they were going to do the same thing where, like, they're pushing high ground and then Foxy win the team fight, and then they go back and forth for a bit, and then Foxy eventually takes the game. Like, I thought it was gonna happen all over again. It's giving me flashbacks, but it didn't. And Rawr took this game very, very nicely.
I think when I saw the 24 Morphling, I was like, oh shit, because I was rooting for Jill, I was rooting for Foxy, and I was like, oh shit, they forgot about that. And then, like, Foxy also banned the Faceless Void themselves, so there's really not any heroes that can make the Morphling feel pressured, I would say. Yes, the Necro is good against Morphling in the lane, but that's all you do. So if you don't snowball from the lane, then Morphling is just gonna take over the game. And, like, Morphling it's just the best pick there. Like, he's good against Necro, he's good against Ember, and in a lot of ways, he's good against Juggernaut. But what he's not good at is competing against timing. But then NM did such a good job. Like, she controlled the Juggernaut's lane so well. Like, she ran it down like 1v2 and almost got the Jug as well. So yeah, I think NM is definitely the MVP last game. And then all she had to do was be patient and wait for the Morphling to, come back up.
Ulap also did a great job with all the fissures and the Echo Slams. Her patience was just perfect. Like, she hit so many good spells and so many good stuns. I was very impressed with her gameplay too.
I think the clockwork was kind of meant to find the Earthshaker, but then I think there's a little bit of miscoordination, so to say, from Foxy Gaming. I've seen like Sleepless wanted to hook into the fight, but then somehow someone is always in the way, so that sort of isn't really good for Foxy because they already don't have someone who can start the fight other than the Clockwork. And then
Right.
yeah, when you fail on the Clockwork and then you just feel really bad. Like there's no one who can find the Earthshaker. There's Ember, but then again, all your damage is from Ember because Necro is building all the team items, support items. She can't really do anything, except for like tanking and then eating spells. And Zhao, like I said, had a really rough laning stage. So like she can't do the damage either. So really Ember is the only answer. But then if Ember is doing the damage, then Ember can't find the Earthshaker. So
Right.
yeah, they kind of have a problem there.
Yeah, I think just in general, like NM definitely has played really well in the both games, especially during the laning stage. And last game, like she was melting towers so fast. She was able to take racks so fast. Like, and she was always just most of the time like in the right place. Like she wasn't like dying at the start of fights. She was doing a really good job in just being a nuisance. So yeah.
Yeah. I think it's also time for teams to realize how important Lotus is. I thought
Right.
NM was going to rush for Lotus when I saw the arcane boots. I was like, oh, she's gonna be the first one to just, like rush for Lotus. And then I see that she didn't. She went for Vessel, which is understandable because that's a Necro. And then afterwards she went for Eels, which is sort of the item you go for when you fight Juggernaut. But I feel you could have still, like rushed for the Lotus, and then you can choose who to frontline. It's not
Right.
you who has to frontline all the time. Like the co-op can frontline, and then you put the Lotus on the co-op, and then it might be hard for the Necro to save her. That's a risk. Or like you can just wait for the Ember to chain her and then just Lotus her off. So yeah, I think Lotus is a really, really good item that I feel a lot of players should remember to get it.
Yeah, that is very true. Our draft is ready, so let us go see what they're picking right now. Ooh,
We have the Tiny again, but this time from Foxy.
and the DP again.
Yep. I think they found the answer against Foxy, like just to block pick the DP and then place it well, so it's good anyway.
Dire team back.
Yeah, I like the Mars pick though. Finally, it's not banned. It's been banned, I think,
Oh
almost
yeah,
every game.
true.
But they do have the Phoenix on the enemy team, which is kind of funny because like usually you'd have that Phoenix Mars combo.
Together, yeah.
But you do have Death Prophet with the Mars Arena, so that like the EXO plus the Arena is like it basically is just does as much damage, right? It's like all that
Yes.
AoE damage and
And like even if you are not the frontliner, you're the backliner, you're like, yeah, nah, I don't want to go in that.
Yeah,
Like,
no.
Arena, next EXO, nope. We'll just wait for the next fight. Yep.
right.
But I think, if I'm not mistaken, I feel like Rawr is kind of restricting themselves with
10
both of these
seconds
picks
remaining.
together though, because I would say the only player
5
on
seconds
Raw would
remaining.
play DP would be NM,
Radiant
or like
team
play
back.
her well, and then like there's a mask, so I feel it's pretty obvious who's gonna play the DP and who's gonna play the mask.
Right.
But then I could be wrong. Probably the last game like gave them like a confidence boost maybe.
Mm-hmm.
10
But
seconds remaining.
yeah, I think I've never really seen their supports play DP, so I'm not
5
too sure about
seconds
that.
remaining.
But it can be a support DP judging from how they are drafting it.
Foxy's third and fourth bans are pretty smart. You were taking out like the egg hitters.
Yep.
Snapfire and Lena. So
And also the necessary damage heroes from Rawr, like they can play those with the arena. It's pretty strong.
right. So we'll have to see who they pick
Dire
next. They
team
banned the jug on Rawr though.
They're still
I-
banning the TV. I think this goes so far back, like few years back, where Jill, like shook the entire scene up with her TV. And until now, I still have not seen people let her TV go. They're still banning it.
It's too scary. Years from now, it's still scary.
Yeah.
They still let the Ember through, so Nin is gonna
Well,
have a
they won
fun
the last
time.
game.
10
I
seconds
suppose they
remaining.
know what they are doing and they did it. So I guess yeah,
5
let's just give
seconds
them what they
remaining.
want
Yeah.
and we'll know what to expect.
But it's funny because Foxy's just constantly picking Ember now because it really worked for them.
Mirana.
Yeah.
Marana
But
is a good egg hitter.
it's also last game they let the co-op go. So it's one of KG's most comfortable heroes. I think
Mm.
they realize that mistake now, so they ban that and then they
Dire
just take the
team
Ember.
pick.
So it is a
Ooh,
core DP and a core mass.
the Grimstroke. I feel like they're lacking some hard stuns.
Mm,
Because like right now it looks like Rawr kind of just has those like skill shotty stuns. They have the spear and the arrow, but they don't have
5
anything that like is
seconds
a
remaining.
secure stun.
yeah, they would need someone to pair with the Inkswell.
Right. But what are we
Mm,
missing?
I
A
feel
safe
Foxy would
flame.
just ban the Bloodseeker because their heroes can't deal with Bloodseeker as well.
Right.
And Bloodseeker is really good with the Grim. But there's
Mhm.
so many to ban. It's getting really scary right now for Foxy because there's PA as well. PA is pretty good against like Phoenix, Ember.
Radiant
Like in
team
terms of
back.
late game, I would say.
Phantom
Oh,
Ooh,
they
but
took
they
it
pick
from
it.
them. Yeah,
Hmm. Just as you were talking about it.
yeah. I think they really have to take the Bloodseeker out. If they want this PA to come out, they have to take the
Radiant
Bloodseeker
team
out.
back.
So the PA was more of a block pick, or do you think it's also good against Roar's lineup?
I think in one way it's pretty okay if you want to go aggressive because DP is one hero that you are scared when people just like all in on you
10
because you
seconds
want to take long
remaining.
fights. You want to be able to utilize your siphons
5 seconds
and your
remaining.
ulti as well.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, all your damage needs time. So for Foxy, I think they thought about that, and PA is one of the easier heroes to execute that way.
Right.
Especially like the supports from Raw, like they are really really fragile. They don't really want to see PA.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's
Dire
just good on
team
their
back.
part as well. But it can be a bug pick.
Right. You know what would be a really good item in the top lane? A
Mm-hmm.
magic wand.
Yeah.
I'm going crazy.
Oh no, they did not ban the Bloodseeker.
But they banned the Ursa. I feel like they went for
Dire
banning a
team
lot of
back.
the egg hitters.
It's gonna be the Morphling again.
Ooh. The
I think the
Morphling.
egg is not that important in the sense where Foxy doesn't really have enough CC for the egg to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So it's actually fine. And yeah, they got the Morphling. The Morphling is
10
actually
seconds remaining.
pretty good against Phoenix. Like Phoenix does nothing against Morphling.
Right.
5
Yeah,
seconds
it's a pretty
remaining.
good pick.
Ooh,
I'm
so
not
what are we
sure.
looking at for the last pick on Foxy?
I think they are thinking about Slada, but Morphling does pretty good against Slada. But Slada just pairs really well with, like PA and Ember with
Right.
whatever they have.
The
But
armor reduction.
the lane is gonna be hard though. It's like Grim and Morphling.
But I feel like they really need an offlaner to take the game for them. I mean,
Mm.
it's like the Phantom Assassin needs a lot more. Like you need your BKB here. Like there's no way you're gonna fight against Mars, DP, Grim, Marana, and Morph without a BKB. So it's
And you
like
feel bad too with a BKB
yeah,
because Grim. Yeah.
exactly. So she really needs to hit the jungle and focus farm. So they need something to
Choose
fight.
your
Oh
hero.
my goodness.
This is the second time we've seen Enigma.
That's
Oh
interesting.
my god.
You have the Enigma black hole with the egg. Could work
Yep.
out well together, but I just worry that like you need someone to start fighting. It looks like it's one of those like
Yeah.
Foxy late game games again.
Yes. It kind of looks really risky right now because you don't really have much to work with. You are
Mm-hmm.
relying on your Ember again. But
Yeah.
then I would say Ember is having quite a good game for this draft.
Mm-hmm.
Although I've just seen KJ pick the DP. So, um, like I said, DP destroys spirits in the lane. And they really done it this time. Like they put KJ on the DP. So
Yeah.
Ember might not be able to do what they wanted the Ember to do. And yeah, Mars versus PA is just gonna be a farming lane.
Right. I just off draft alone, I like Rawr's draft better. I think they're able to fight earlier. They're able to use those ults like whenever they want. Like you don't really need to blink like right away to be efficient with the
Yeah.
arena. While Cat Chaser is kind of gonna be in the jungle. And I mean the build that we normally see on Enigma nowadays is like Rush, Wraith Pact, and then get your blink, BKB, refreshes. But by that time, I mean they might not even have a game anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, we're ready to hand you guys off to our casters. Take it away, Ultimo and Harry Freak.
Thank you, Sophie. Thank you, Aurora. And we are back here to give you the last game of the day. It's not the last game of the tournament, but now we're going to be finding out who's going to be going home. Is it going to be Foxy? Is it going to be Rawr? Ultimo, again, you're going to be getting the hard question here. Who do you favor?
I mean, I love Foxy's big team fight, but I kind of also agree with the panel that Rawr can just like have more of a non-stop fighting build. I mean, we've seen these games go late. I think late game Foxy take it. I'm gonna go with my Phoenix Enigma combo, the sun and the moon or space, whatever Enigma represents. It's very matter. Anyway, I'm gonna go with that combo. How about you, Mr. Harry Freak?
I'm gonna be on the Rawr side. I think Foxy just went a little bit too aggressive, to be honest. They drafted like they're playing against themselves and not like they're playing against Rawr. I feel like there's gonna be so many spears into Arrow, into Inkswell, and that heroes are just gonna be dying on the side of Foxy. Plus, you have this mid lane DP that is gonna be crushing the lane. If the towers fall early and the Mars gets like 12, 13-minute blink, that's even a late one in Mars. In terms of Mars, I think Foxy are just gonna be ran over this one. This might be the fastest game of the series so far.
I wouldn't be surprised if it does, if it is. Like, you know, I agree completely with you. I think Rawr does have this insane keep fighting potential. I'm just thinking Foxy will find a way to delay it, and late game, it's a no-brainer. I mean, yes, Mars Arena is strong, so is Exorcism, but Phoenix and Enigma are just too powerful combined. And I also disagree. I disagree with Aurora. I hope she's listening. I think that Phoenix is a great pick to have against the Morphling because the Sunray's percentage damage with the shard, you can't just burst down the not burst down, but you can definitely melt down this Morphling.
Did you ever play the matchup?
I mean, yeah.
I hate playing against the Morphling as a Phoenix. I hate it, like literally hate it.
Of course, the Morphling's got
very,
great
very
attack speed, but it's no more dangerous than an Ursa or a Juggernaut. And against these two, against the Morphling, I think that Phoenix is the most dangerous, you know, because of the percentage damage. We'll see. We'll find out. You don't have to believe me. My girls and Foxy will prove me right.
No, I'll be on your side. I'll be on your side. We are men. We have to defend our own, you know. So yeah. I'm gonna be on your side. Yeah, the Phoenix will crush the Morphling with the Sunray. Let's go. Anyways, though, speak to me about the lanes here. You know, top lane NM, Mars and the Mirana. This seems like a pretty decent lane. Are Honey, Lisa, and Jill gonna be able to do well here?
They should be able to at least farm. I think that you know the Phoenix has a lot of health, which is a bit hard to kill. Jill also's got a jump, so she should be okay. Needs to be a bit careful now because the Phoenix is pulling. So. But on the other side, there is just a good amount of just stuns and damage coming out from the other side, so you need to be a bit careful here. But should be okay. Oh, the arrow actually lands. Jill jumps away to Annalisa, and that jump is what we're talking about, keeping her alive.
Not even needing the spear setup there. If they were level 2 on Rawr, that would have most definitely ended up in a kill. But you know, Foxy, they were the ones that were pushing in the lane. So because of that, this PA will be surviving. Honey, Lisa being a little bit annoying, but overall, everyone should be fine here. Apart from Jill, maybe if the spear does connect with an arrow. Oh, doesn't connect with the spear there. A bit of a mistake from NM. So in the end, that's not gonna be a kill.
And a good position by Honey Lisa, close enough for her to jump, but far enough from the arrow that doesn't hit. So yeah, they're working pretty well in the top lane. That's it. Nin also is doing a pretty solid job in the mid lane against his Death Prophet. Of course, it's only going to get harder as the levels come in for the Death Prophet, but you know, at least you're starting out decently enough.
Yeah, Crypt Swarm is kind of annoying. I feel like out of all of the Spirit Brothers, the Ember is the best at dealing with the DP in the laning phase. So it should be fine. You know, as you get more levels in Silence on the DP later on and stuff like that, obviously it's going to be hard for the Ember to play. But in the laning phase in particular, he does have good damage, good animation, should be able to stand his ground somewhat.
Yeah, it's not quite like it is. It's a tough one, but it's not quite a nightmare yet. Although it's, yeah, you can see them a little bit low in health. The CS are beginning to favor Rawr just a little bit here. The top four, 3 of them are on their side. Although PA not far behind, it's Enigma, who despite getting all these free denies, is the one that's suffering the most right now.
Yeah, Morphling has way too much damage and, you know, really good animation. So Enigma is usually good against heroes that struggle with CS, and Morphling is not that kind of a hero. So I feel like Morphling usually does relatively well in the lane against the Enigma, even with the Tiny there. And Tiny we know is the best pairing for the Enigma overall.
Yeah, just a quiet laning stage here. Although Morphling losing a bit of health, but looks like she's just gonna be relatively okay. And Ulap's like, oh, I can just go secure the water ruin in the middle. Arrow comes out, misses, but Ulap, is she gonna be? Oh, Nin with the faster fingers steals it from under Ulap's tiger, and Ulap's gonna be feeling pretty bad about that.
It is a cat. It is not a tiger.
It's a tiger.
Have you ever seen a tiger with wings?
It's a tiger-ish kind of creature. It's tiger-like, you know.
Yeah, like cats, you know. So
Well, I
it's
mean, sure. What if cats are tiger-like as well?
No. Anyways, where are we gonna be seeing the first blood here? I feel like it's getting kind of passy here. Okay. Well played, Auto Mode. That was such a good prediction. That was awesome for you. I'm just so glad that I have an analyst at this level. This is insane.
Hey, you asked, I answered. It happened. I called it before she died. Just like there was like a couple of pixels before that Crypt Swarm landed, and yeah, as we said, it's gonna get worse and worse, and it's starting to like this first blood. Hopefully, Ember can hit 6 before she dies again. That way, she has a chance of staying alive. Bottom lane though, Enigma starting to make a little bit of comeback here. Jill, oh, that's a lot of damage, and an arrow to the back gets her again. Gets her as well. Sorry.
Yeah, that's gonna be a pretty big one. 2 hit kills already for Rawr. I think it's a little bit early for the snowball to start, but to be honest, this is really big for them. Once there is a urn on the Mirana, a spirit into arrow, you get those urn charges. It's gonna be very tough for anyone around the map, and I wouldn't want to be in the shoes of Foxy right now. Already they're starting to suffer, and when you look at their lineup, when are they gonna start making plays? When the Tiny gets the Blink Dagger, you know how long that takes. That's 20 minutes of pretty much being completely helpless on the map.
Yeah, that's gonna. I mean, you don't have to play with Tiny, so you can play with. Oh, Honey Lisa did not. What? No, okay, the arrow misses, but that was insane. And Ulap, she's gonna be fine. A couple of misplays from both sides. One is Ulap's late arrow. Late arrow. And Honey Lisa's jump just going back to where she shouldn't have gone back there. Yeah, you play with the Ember Spirit if you're Foxy. Once the Ember Spirit's ready to go, you try to make space with that.
Yes, I'm just looking at who do you kill. Maybe this Grimstroke might be a target, but even that, I'm just so afraid for Foxy. Anyways, top lane, Honey Lisa, she's not afraid at all. That's why she's gonna be punished. Mirana does have the Urn of Shadows, so can use it on Jill before she goes down. The blocks from Mars not gonna be happening. NM needs to be a little bit careful. There will be a spear next to the tower, nowhere to jump to. Jumps towards NM though. The God's Rebuke is at the ready. Jill could be taking some extra damage here, and Naomi does go down, so that's the supports going down. I think that's big. Foxy Gaming, they need to be feeding on these supports, because for me, those are the kills that you're gonna easily get. The cores, that's a bit tougher.
I mean, you could kill the Morphling if you can get her while she's transforming. That's a tough one though. Getting like an Avalanche or a Black Hole while she's Agimorphing, you really need to time it. But I agree with you, it's a tough kill on the Morphling. Same thing with Death Prophet, right? You try to jump the Death Prophet, she Spirit Siphons 2 people, and you're like, well, we're just healing her. And M, though, she's not being healed at all right now.
We'll go for a TP out. No level 6 on Jill, so no chance to get a nice crit going her way there. Meanwhile, mid lane, the exorcism already popped. KG just comes to level 6, level 7, and just immediately pops that one. Wants the tower, wants the damage to be done, and then has to regenerate in the base. She actually has a lot in terms of resources, so I'm not really sure what that was all about, but this tower will be taking a solid amount of damage. So for the first exorcism, the glyph will be expended.
Is under attack.
Yeah, and that's gonna be also a haste ruin. Then she sees it, but she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna walk in for it," and no way. KJ was just too close. But then no risk, right? Might as well force them. Maybe get something out of it. Naomi, is she gonna lose her life? She's taking a good amount of damage, but Catrice might be more at risk, in fact.
Radiant's bottom tower.
I will be okay. We'll be okay on the Enigma. Going for the Spirit Vessel. I like that one considering they killed Naomi. Gonna be having those charges, and Enigma is a very fast farming hero. So you're gonna be getting that there really fast. Plus, you do tend to pressure the enemy tower quite early on. So Morphling either has to bail, which is something you don't want to do, or you might die, which is an even worse scenario. So Sherry is gonna be continuing to stay in that lane for now. But it's only a matter of time. KJ is gonna be rotating towards the top lane. Man, she's already getting close to the BKB. It's insane how farmed she is. Brown boots into a BKB. That's what she wants. Now even with the brown boots, gonna be very, very fast. Haste rune is there on KJ. You can maybe nerf this hero, but you will not nerf the runes. The arrow gonna be really solid placement, but Sleepless does dodge that one. The question is, can you dodge the Spirit Siphon? The Spirit is being taken away from the Tiny. I didn't even know Rocks had spirits. And KG, did you go a little bit too deep? I think the answer is gonna be yes. Does have the Spirit Siphon. It's gonna try to survive this one. Actually goes for the creeps there. KJ still surviving, but there's gonna be a dagger, and finally she will be slain. Getting a little bit ahead of herself. Annalisa though, inside of the arena, will most likely go down, and there it is. She gets taken down from the skies. NM really, really nice with that spear.
Is under attack.
I guess you're kinda okay with that, Foxy, trading both your supports for KJ, who was very farmed and winning the mid lane as well. Who actually got the kill on KJ? It was also Nin, so that's a good recovery for her. It's not the end of the world, but I am impressed by the fact that we're going to see KJ just rush this BKB, because then, yeah, the egg as well as the black hole do damage through the BKB, but it's still gonna be a hell of a problem bringing down this Death Prophet later on.
Jill is rushing the Battle Fury. I feel like this should be punished, and there it is. The punish will come. Spear into an arrow. She's dead. Honey Lisa, this time around, she's not going to be coming back with the Icarus dive. She gets herself away and will be safe. The top tower, though, not very much so. Jill going straight for a Battle Fury without even the boots, without treads. Do you think this is the right choice?
Bottom tower is under attack.
I guess the question is, what else would she go for, right? Like, it's when you pick PA, you want to go Battle Fury and farm a little bit, but in this draft, when you have a slow Enigma, I mean, yes, Enigma is a fast farm, but she needs items before she can farm. She needs several items. She's going to go for the BKB herself. So it's quite risky when your carry is like, oh, I'm going to go for a farming item. And you're like, well, we kind of need items to fight right now. But I think it's okay with Jill. I just think that, like, they picked it knowing this, but it's a very tough situation to be in. It's a very tough, like, you're going to have to delay the game quite a bit. Sherry, whoa!
Oh, that's a DD usage. Beautifully done. Nin does get a kill. That's quite nice. They will be rewarding that ward fairly soon, though. But look at this. Moonlight Shadow. Moonlight Shadow, they see Jill. Is she going to be able to escape the arena? You will stay and fight. No, I will not. She can jump out. The Silence, though, coming over. They will see exactly where she's going to. Sleepless is there, and they've baited him in. There's 3 of them. But where do they escape? Venom, you would like to leave. Malefice is there. Stun 1, stun 2, stun number 3. And the spear there. Now you hit it at them, but now it's a little bit too late. The rest of Rawr, they would like to escape. Look at Naomi praying for her life, begging for her life. Sleepless is chasing, but this is gonna be a very long chase. You know that chasing music? I think the production should be letting it go right now, but very soon the chase will end. Nin is coming over. She got a few kills, and there's another one given to her. So Foxy Gaming, they get 2 kills and they don't lose anyone.
Remember how we talked about Death Prophet can do really well in the lane against Ember Spirit and punish him? Death Prophet's less than 200 gold away ahead of the Ember Spirit. That's not what you wanted. Like, that free kill on Sherry, followed by a nice kill on NM, followed by a kill on him. And then she knows how to play this hero to the maximum right now. Cat Chaser, I like what she's going with. She's got the Spirit Vessel. She wants to go for a BKB as well. She's like, I just need to get those big ultimates off. And Foxy, they're weathering the storm really well.
Very nicely done, I have to say. Though still, it is before a blink on the Mars, so the big timings of Rawr, they're still not here.
Yes.
But to be honest, you know, if a few of those kills have connected and you get yourself out, which you would have been able to do if you just used your spells a little bit better, it would have been a much better position for Rawr, and maybe they've already maybe they would already have had the blink. So look at the Death Prophet. KJ is actually gonna change her mind and doesn't want to BKB once the Boots of Travels. Really?
No. She went back to it. She went back to it. It's right there. It's right there.
Okay.
I saw it as well. I was like, no way. There's no way you're going to buy 2 pieces. And no. That would have been way too risky. It's good that she's sticking to the BKB. She absolutely has to get the BKB. Boots of Travel, like, you cannot out-greet Foxy's draft. Doing that is how you're going to lose the game. You want to have to out-tempo them. And so I'm glad she's recognized that and she's sticking to the plan.
I'm liking that Foxy are doing this well. I think this is really good for them, considering that how the early game would have won. You still have your mid lane tower down. The blink on the Mars is nowhere in sight. That means that your Tiny will be able to farm his blink and give you a chance to actually play Dota. So I think Foxy are going to be happy with this. There's maybe going to be like 2 or 3 minutes where Rawr are super strong, and then you're already going to have your timings to respond.
I mean, speaking of Tiny, though, it's still a long way to get that Blink Dagger. I mean, she still only has 600 gold in the bank, needs about 1,600. So it's going to be a long time for her to get it. It's still going to be on Cat Chaser to start fights and control the enemy as best as she can. Alright, they're going
We'll see if
here.
she'll able to do it. Oh,
Nin?
KJ doesn't have the BKB just yet. Nin from the side. That's gonna be a nice angle. Sleight of fist chains only to KJ. But still, under the tier 1, no one on Foxy wants to die. So they'll bail. And they're just gonna wait for their PA to farm. Actually, you know, creating that kind of a space, maybe forcing some TPs. I think that is the way Foxy should be playing currently.
Yeah, I mean, right. Like you just have the PA blur, push out the lane, and that's what she's doing. And she also have the Eidolons from the Enigma pushing out lanes as well. So you're not too worried with an Ember going to one lane. You have good heroes, good ways to just push out one lane, not worry too much. The fact that their mid tier 1 is still standing against the Death Prophet when their mid is Ember Spit speaks volumes to how well Foxy is playing right now.
Yeah, they have everything under control. They're still behind. The Morphling and the DP are topping the network chart with the PAs there. Now, when the Battle Fury is gonna be finished, that is gonna be the farm maximizing. Can these two, the Morphling and the DP, actually keep up to the PA once she gets the Battle Fury?
Oh well, she's gonna get a nice big jump here. This triple stack of Ancients, but. Yeah, I mean, they probably can, right? Like, they are controlling more of the map on Rawr's side. They are taking one more tower. They're gonna take they take the mid same amount of times. They might be taking the mid soon. So Rawr, like you said, they still have that couple of minute power spike where they're gonna be really strong. Fox is gonna be scared of them.
Sherry, though, now she's the one that is gonna be scared, very afraid right now, sleepless, avalanche at the ready, but she does see that the morph was already activated, no reason to go for that one, and it's gonna be completely fine. Honey Lisa eating an arrow in the river, but overall, it's all going to be fine. Foxy, they're still keeping their mid lane tower alive, and finally, this PA will be topping the network chart. Arcane Rune at the ready. Does KJ want to use this one?
I mean, the problem is that the mid tower has so little health that you're like, do I really want to exo for like a tower that's got like 20 HP? We'll see if they're going to go for it or not. And looks like she's still saving it for the moment. I think they could probably take it. You might want to be able to like use it for the bottom tier 1. Then you'll have it ready for... And she's got the BKB as well. So bottom tier 1 might be the ideal choice. They smoke though. They want to see if they can find him in the top lane. There's a Cat Chaser. There's a Sleepless. But this might...
They use the double smoke.
Ooh.
Use double smoke. So now they're double scary. Honey Lisa, who they want? They want Nin. The arrow, is it gonna be coming out? Nice take there, but still, both of them will be going down with the stars falling down from the sky. That is just gonna be way too much damage. And 2 heroes of Foxy are dead. Even without the arrow connecting on the Ember, that was a cool play from Honey Lisa, but just not good enough.
Yeah, she tried to like shield her with her body, like, get down, Mr. President, I got you. But Mr. President was also dead. So it was a nice move. Rawr, will they be able to get more from that? I mean, they already had the tower. They smoke. They got a couple of kills. I don't know if they're going to be pushing for any other objective. It's just a nice bit of gold injection for the team. And Exorcism was used, but they're going to have it in about a minute. So the Arcade Road reduces it by quite a bit, but it's still a very long cooldown spell, 2.5 minutes.
I don't like Ulap going for the Yules. I want her to go for an Axe, maybe a Spirit Vessel, something along those lines. I don't like the Yules. I think Axe, Ghost Scepter would be the right choice. Just keep yourself away. Those arrows are gonna matter much. I don't think Ulap should be getting too close. Just the AoE damage could kill her, but we'll see. We'll see how it works out. Wants to have a setup of her own. A smoke from Foxy. Other than some map control, are they getting anything out of this one?
It doesn't seem like it, and looks like Rawr has some suspicions happening. They're all playing on the other side. They did get a deep ward, so if they can fight near this cliff, that would be great for them. Back to your point on the Yules on the Mirana, I can't help but agree, right? You're walking in, there's like Slide of Fists, there's a sun, there's a black hole, there's a midnight pulse. Like there's so much damage on the ground that walking in to use your Yules either to stop an enemy or just to remove what are you going to remove from yourself? A fire spirit? A Slide of Fist? You'll just walk down and die again. So I agree. I don't love the Yule Scepter either. I think she could do a lot more with the vessel personally.
We'll see. We'll see how it works out. Maybe just a comfort comfort item. And if the Mars is showing on the map, the side of Foxy Gaming might feel like they are like they're safe, and then Yule's arrow and you suddenly die. Though for now, the PA continuing to farm. Jill gonna be topping the network chart. BKB on the horizon currently. And what's gonna be the play from Rawr? How do they ramp up the tempo? How do they apply more pressure so that they are not afraid of this PA?
I think what they're doing is okay. Just need to be doing it faster. You know what I mean? Like they have the BKB on the Death Prophet. Can they get the Roshan? Can they go take a tier 2 top to control the outpost? Like we need to see Rawr play with a bit more urgency. They are doing that right now. They're going for this kill on this fight on Roshan. It is in the pit. It is against Enigma. It is against Phoenix. This is scary, but they're going to be pretty fast. I think they're just going to be able to take it in time. We'll see. Rawr, Foxy all the way on the other side. So I like this. Next time they have Exorcism, they might want to go top and get that outpost. Like, you gotta start constricting the map.
They're trying to do it. There's gonna be an Aegis onto the Morphling. Is this the time for Sherry to finally join her team? In the previous game, it took her some time, but when she came, it was so strong. Now, is she gonna be going forward with the first Aegis, or do you still think she needs to have a little bit more alone time in the jungle?
I think you really need to get a tier 2 and control the map top, so you might need to do that now. Second Aegis, we are very close to a Black King bar on the Morphling. We are very, sorry, the Enigma. We're close to a Blink Dagger on Sleepless. We're getting close to these items that we keep saying are a big deal. So, second Aegis, yeah, you might have an Aegis, but they might have overwhelming team fight at that point. So, gotta shrink the map a little.
Map definitely isn't shrinking currently. Everyone on Rawr is farming, but the PA getting bigger and bigger by the second. She's in the woods, just sharpening her blades, sharpening her knives. And Rawr, I mean, I wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of that.
No, not at all, right? The sun and the black hole together, like that's like what, an exploding sun and a sun that already exploded some time ago. It is worrisome. NM is getting close to the blink that to the BKB herself. Ooh, Cat Chaser almost going that, and they're gonna be pushing. Are they gonna be the first to take a tier 2 on Foxy Gaming's side?
It's looking that way. Okay, the siege creep will fall. With the siege creep, that I guess this one will survive for now.
In the meantime, top lane though, they're also doing a significant amount of damage here on this tier 2. But Foxy Gaming ramping up the speed a little bit here. For Rawr's side, we haven't seen this has been a very low kill game. Both teams know if you lose this, you're out of the tournament. You win, you're guaranteed at least top 2, and you get a chance to go to the grand finals against OO tomorrow.
Yeah, we can see the nerves. We can literally see the nerves on the field there. The girls are feeling it as well. Adrenaline is striking. You want to go forward, you want to fight, but then again, there is that fear factor that is holding you back. So, Rawr, they're allowing this PA to start getting out of control. You know, the BKB is there. What is he gonna be going for next? I guess a Deso, but I'd be okay with the Shard. I'd be okay with the Basher. I'd pretty much be okay with any item on the PA. The only thing she needs in my eyes is level 18.
And by the way, yeah, once she has like you said, she has the BKB. By the way, she's got a ton of physical evasion, which there's a lot of things Morphling can build, but building a MKB is not an item that you want to get. So that's the only sort of damage that you have. You have Exorcism that helps, but PA should be, once she pops that BKB, you'll have a very difficult time killing her.
Is it gonna be a BKB MKB morph? Do you think that's something that we're gonna see here?
And she's already,
Or no? Going for Skadi, yeah.
yeah, she's going for the Scott. I don't know if maybe she wants to go MKB at some point, but that feels awful. You know, yeah, that's when you're forcing your hero. The alternative is that you rely. Can you rely on Exo to do the damage? I don't think that Exo is going to do enough damage to bring down the PA before she can lifesteal with a Phantom Strike. If she gets a Satanic herself, like she gets free lifesteal. She's not dying to the exorcism by itself.
No, you have to get an MKB at some point. I don't know if the Silver Edge and the Morphling is something that you want. I'd rather see an MKB. A lot of the times I've seen, you know, a PA jumps in and then the Morphling with an MKB just beats her up in a second. So I feel like that's something that Sherry should be gunning for. But speaking about beating up, this port tower, it is taking a beating. Foxy, though, they want to come over, but they're under vision. Okay, now they know they're preparing for a smoke all this time. And Rawr, they can position themselves any way they want, having the Aegis for another minute and 10 seconds. They blink on Sleepless. Can she finally make a play? That is going to be the question. KJ going forward. That Exorcism might be expiring fairly soon. There's going to be a jump. KJ does have a BKB. Will be fine. Avatar's combo onto the Mars. Mars will be completely fine, but he is going to be slowed down. Going into the outpost. The vision will be there. She's gone. Immediate buyback. Wants to come back into this fight. That's going to be a really nice soulbind. Going to be holding their hand. They're really good friends, but here comes the black hole. You will be turned into nothingness. The PA needs to go, but Sherry with a triple kill. Where's my rampage? She already got one. No, they take away the ultra kill, but Sherry still is done. Slider fish chase onto the Ember Spirit. I can do that as well. Where's the spear? Where's anything else? Another waveform, and that's just gonna be an amazing fight for Rawr. Cat Chaser getting herself away. That was a cool black hole, but just not enough damage. And then she fought back and still died. Is this gonna be it? This is gonna be the 6th hero dead. The Phoenix does come back so that you can say it is not a full 5-man wipe, but 6 heroes of Foxy have died.
Oh, what a huge fight. Sherry bursts down the Phoenix before she can do anything. Yeah, Anem died, but she just bought back straight away, whereas Foxy, they didn't want to use any buybacks for that fight. And Morphling, she just got the Aegis to expire as well, so they were like, let's ignore the Morphling, kill everyone else, but Morphling just shredded the Phoenix. I always say, Morphling versus Phoenix is a nightmare for the Phoenix to play. Like, this Phoenix does nothing. Sorry, who? This Phoenix does nothing to Morphling, and Shibiki?
There is gonna be some misses there. Arrow not gonna be connecting, but boy, Jill, she's gonna be all bruised up after that one. Not gonna be looking nice for sure. So what's the play from Foxy right now? They do have a PA. Their late game is very strong, but if this trend continues and you lose one more fight like that, it's gonna be disastrous.
I would say it's gonna be. I mean, yes, you're gonna be further behind, but they don't have the black hole or the blink dagger. Once they get the blink dagger on the Enigma, you can land the big black hole. Honey Lisa, she's gotta get those Phoenix eggs. The problem is she's only level what, 10 at 25 minutes? That is pretty awful. Like, she just her egg gets burst down in seconds. So you need to get a level 12 on Honey Lisa. You need to get blink dagger on Enigma. Then you can take a fight. I don't think that they're out of it by any stretch of the imagination.
I have to say, Honey Lisa has been super inexperienced in this series. Like, every single time she's lacking in levels quite heavily. 26 minutes in, you would expect at least level 12, but that's not the case. You know, it's a little bit different right now. It's a little bit harder to get levels, but I think she needs to be a... Oh, Sherry?
No, they're all around. Do they want to go for this? They decide, nah. But yeah, I mean, she's on a Phoenix. Like, this is a hero that's designed to farm as a support. Like, you can walk into a lane, you throw a couple of fire spirits, you just clear it out yourself. But yeah, she's been playing very sacrificial so far. And no, you don't want to do that with a Phoenix. Like, we can do that with a Lish. You cannot do that with a Phoenix.
Maybe that was the case, you know, force the enemies to pick a Morphling, and I'm just gonna be doing nothing with my Phoenix, so that counter isn't gonna be doing anything, though. What then? What after that one? I don't think that's a really good plan, but who knows? Maybe we're not seeing something. What I am seeing is Rawr coming down the mid lane, and this tower, it's the last tower one. This is gonna be really bad if Foxy loses this early.
And still no blink dagger for another about 600 gold. Black hole is coming up in about 10 seconds, so that you will have all your abilities, but without the blink, It's too tough. It's too tough. Honey Lisa.
Tower is under
She's gonna go
attack.
for the bounty and just needs to push out the lanes, get level 12, because level 1 egg is fine, but you really want to get that level 2 if you can.
It's fine. It dies in a second. So
It's fine. It exists. To be fair, she does have the Aghanim shard, so most of your damage is gonna come from the Sunray anyway.
But still, you need to be alive. Let's go, Honey Lisa. Get that experience. Get the 30-minute book. Educate yourself and be able to get the level 2 egg. We're all hoping for that one. We're hoping for this game to be a little bit longer here, but it seems like Rawr have overtaken it completely. So tell me, Automo, Foxy, they've lost all of their outer towers. How do you make a fight happen? You have this great team fight, but you still need to make it work. And where and how do you want to fight?
I think PA's got her Deso on the way. If you have the blink on the Enigma, you could consider going bottom. That might be something that you can do. Oh, well, although look at that, NM just offers herself.
Okay.
All right, that's cool. That's, by the way, she is the one who used buyback in that previous fight. So there's a minute without it. Roshan's gonna be up in about 75 seconds. Not enough time for Foxy Gaming to take it, but they could start securing this area. In the Roche fight, it's no contest. You got Black Hole and Supernova against Mars Arena. You're always going to take the fight for Foxy.
Jill is very strong. She can pretty much kill anyone really fast.
There you go.
Apart from the Morphling. The Morphling is a bit of a tougher target.
If you are Enigma, if you can just blink and BKB catch the Morphling with Black Hole, that's kind of enough. Like the rest of the team doesn't actually do much damage. KJ does, but it's way over time. You can sort of survive through it if you're PA. Morphling is a big threat, so catch Morphling, catch her, and you win the fight.
How are the Morphling's items looking? What does she want in this one? Is there gonna be an MKB? No, it's gonna be a butterfly. So kind of fight fire with fire, that kind of an approach. I'd rather see the Morphling go for a damage build than go for a defensive one, to be honest.
So you don't like the butterfly? You think she should go for MKB?
Yeah, I'd rather see the MKB. Yes.
I don't. This is going to be one of those things where later on we sort of like, if you can discuss with the player, like, what were you thinking going this direction? They're like, oh, I was thinking go all damage or just survive. It comes down to honestly the play style. I don't think there's a right or wrong.
True.
True. Like she's going for Mask of Madness, she might disassemble this, get a Satanic Layer. Like, I don't think there's anything bad that she's doing. So go for it, Sherry. Like, she's got a DD Ruin. Roshan is up. Are they going to fight this? Foxy? You don't have much time.
This would be a perfect situation for them to fight around the Roche, because there's not gonna be many things that Rawr is gonna be wanting to fight around. I guess you trade the tier 2, but for a second Roche, that doesn't seem like a worthy trade.
No, not at all. And yeah, I don't know if you can kill Sherry twice. Like, I was going like harping on about this combo, but you can definitely kill the Morphling once with the combo. Twice? They do find KJ in the mid lane. She was pushing. Are they going to chase her and find her? It's like, you're like, she's around here. There they go. They're going to go for it.
That should be a pretty fast one. They need more crits though. She doesn't know how to crit. This is just insane. People need to learn how to play the PA. You need to crit more. If she had gotten one more crit, KJ might have died and would have been a different scenario. But now they're just going to be losing the Tiny, and it's time for them to bail. They understand they cannot fight. Honey Lisa, still only level 1 in the egg. And look at the chase from NM. Just wants to find someone, a spear into an arrow. Could give them a kill. Spear though, not going to be connecting. NM, look at the damage. The Black Hole only going to be coming out of the support. No one really cares. They even walk in with the Morphling. Sherry is like, I'm gonna be walking to that one to give you a chance. To give you a chance to fight. The buyback from the Grimstone. Did nothing with that one. Look at the PA. She is no more. She's the one gonna be getting assassinated, even though it's in her name that she should be the one killing others. Let up his chain. Sherry going forward, going for Nin. Nin dropping very low, and the buyback from Jill is gonna be enough for Rawr to pull themselves out. That's really gonna be hindering that item progressions.
I mean, they got the exorcism to sort of time out. I thought that, okay, you're just gonna let them have, like, push in. That's it. You're not gonna let them take the towers, but you're gonna stand high ground. But they go in for the fight. The Black Hole only on Naomi. Yes, she uses buyback, but that's your Black Hole. That's your strongest ability. They still have the egg, but egg without Black Holes is nothing in this game. All of them have buyback except Jill, who had to use it. So it's not too bad, but it is a little bit worrisome for Fox that you had to use a black hole just for the Grimstroke.
What is stopping Rawr right now from just walking up the high ground, really? Like, just coming over.
They might want to wait for KJ's exorcism just to be on the safe side. Get that level 20 talent, give her some health. Like, they are very close to a bit more of a power spike, you know. So even the Heaven's Halberd is very close for the Death Prophet. So a minute and a half, they get so much stronger in that time. So I can understand why they'd want to wait for it. That might be a bit too late against the Enigma, so you don't want to wait too long. Like a minute, 70 seconds, that's all you can wait for. Then KG has to hit 20 and you go up with the EXO.
There is going to be a shard on Jill that she wants to buy. I guess with the buyback, it's going to take a little bit longer, but 1,400 gold for a level 19 PA with the Battle Fury is pretty much a minute and a half of farming, so she should be able to get that one going her way. But I'm looking at Foxy and I'm very afraid.
Yes.
Like, they've given away all of their outer towers, and they've given away Roche. So where are you actually going to make that fight happen? We see in front of their base, it's just not easy to do.
That was because I think that Enigma went a bit too, like, you did not want to go in that situation. And the problem is, it has to be Sleepless who starts the fight. I think Sleepless was dead in that situation. You gotta get the Tiny to jump in, stun someone, then they group up around the Tiny, then you can Black Hole. It cannot be Enigma sort of just jumping in, PA jumping in. That's a bit of an issue with their draft, is that the position 4 Tiny has to do a lot of work. So, tough. But yeah, and I imagine that once the exorcism is up, like they're in like 70 seconds, that would be the time where we want to take a tower. And all right, Sherry's back.
Yeah, she's back. She really did destroy this PA. I guess with the waveform attack, can that one miss? Because to me it looked like she just annihilated her, just went through with the waveform, used the adaptive strike, and the PA was dead. So you see Sherry, even without an MKB, she's actually doing massive amounts of damage, and the PA cannot survive. It's actually baffling how much damage she's doing.
I know. I'm also actually shocked by this. I didn't think that she would be doing quite as well as she is right now. Either way, she's going to be very happy about it. The game is going to resume. We'll see if Rawr is going to consider going high ground very soon, or if they're going to wait for, like we said, the level 20 on the Death Prophet, the EXO, as well as the Heaven's Halberd. These are all like nice power spikes. It's all going to come down in 1 second, like one time together.
Aegis is still up for another 3 minutes
Top.
and 15 seconds. Top, going for the Ember.
Oh.
The silence, the arrow in the end, just into the face of the Ember. And she'll be going down. Nin dies once more. Foxy, they're just not looking that great. They have a buyback on the Ember, but Sherry just going forward. It doesn't seem like she wants to stop. Goes in! Okay, that's the Enigma dead. You could buyback, but you don't have a black hole. Is there anything stopping this Morphling? And look at that, the DP, not even in the vicinity. We can push without our mid laner Sherry thing, but going forward, that Midnight Pulse is doing a solid chunk of damage to the Morphling. But look at this right now. I'm not sure what they're going for. Oh, they want the DP, really? It's gonna cost you your access to the mid lane. KG, she should know that something is happening. Avalanche toss, where are the crits? There's the one. You need more crit. Jill, I'm just not getting them, and in the base, it's just the Morphling slaughtering everyone. TP out right next to the Mars, not gonna be happening. A spear into the mountain. Mountains are not that hard to hit, to be honest, and that will be 4 heroes dead. The Ember will be coming back, but there is nothing in this world that can stop the marching of Rawr towards the grand finals. Foxy, they might have one more fight left in them, but is it even gonna be good enough?
Do you know that we haven't even seen a single egg? We haven't actually seen a supernova. We've seen Phoenix die, but we haven't seen a supernova actually come out this whole 33-minute game. That is gonna be crazy. There is this first supernova. Is it gonna make a difference?
Okay, the Supernova gonna be quite strong. KJ dropping low, doesn't have a BKB, is dead. Morphling dies as well. That's gonna be quite big. Black Hole,
30
not
seconds.
ready just yet. 30 seconds, yeah. He will be able to get out. Sleepless with a nice Ogre Seal Totem. Does get himself onto the high ground. But look at this. Honey Lisa will just be an easy grab. The Phoenix will be extinguished, not even turned into ashes, but it's just gonna be destroyed and will not be coming back anytime soon. There's gonna be an arrow connecting Sleight of Fist chains into an arrow. Sherry, she can make that trick as well. Jill uses the BKB, goes, doesn't even get the kill. Sherry is going for the Raxus, is going for the Juggler. Wants to finish that one off. Use your black hole, use everything, but we have taken your base. Foxy, they're enjoying their last moments here in the tournament, in the FSL. DOTA Eileen, but Sherry, she's just way too good. Toss her into the black hole. We need to use everything to kill this girl, but even everything isn't gonna be enough. Sherry, there's the buybacks. Kill her, murder her, get her away from our base. The second one you'll be able to do, but the kill won't be happening. Sherry is still alive and she is styling on Foxy Gaming.
Holy shit! I mean, wow, that was very impressive. The way she was able to dodge the black hole was one thing. Then she used Manta as the slide of fist was landing. I'm not sure if it was landing on her or not, but it looked like she was able to dodge. So Sherry is insane. How they let her have Morphling in the game 2 is absolutely baffling. So next fight, Black Hole still down, by the way. They will have the Phoenix X Black Hole another 2 minutes without it. If you are Foxy Gaming, you gotta be praying to whatever gods out there, because you need help. You need a lot of help right now.
There is only one god, Lord Gaben, and we know what he wants. He wants your wallet. He wants you to take the battle pass. Foxy Gaming, they're gonna be needing to buy 1 billion levels, and there's not enough money in the world to get them out of this situation. Rawr are just destroying this game. They're destroying the series. They lost the first game, but they are not gonna be losing the series. Is there a chance for Foxy Gaming to come back? Talk to me, Automo. Give me something. Give me something. Come on, a hope.
Options here. A lot of them do rely on delaying people. And remember, there is percentage damage coming out from the Phoenix, which could be enough to kill. Although, here we go, KJ, with the Exorcism, goes straight.
The fabled Morphling counter.
Yes!
They don't need the Glimmer Cape. They need a glimmer of hope. And there is no hope currently. Where's the Enigma? Jumping into the arena, says, kill me. I want to fight. I want to die. And that's going to be it. The egg now gets dropped. It's going to be destroyed there. The sun, it even gets annihilated. But look at the Morphling waves are just going to be extinguishing the Phoenix one more time. And even the Tiny is going to be destroyed. Jill calls GG, hoping that she will be spared, but that's not going to be happening. Even inside of the fountain, the Ember will fall. We will wipe you before we send you out of the tournament. Foxy Gaming, they had a really big run through the wild cards, but they will not be getting themselves into the grand finals. Rawr will get a chance to get a revenge onto their nemesis at the start of the day, but that's only going to be happening tomorrow, Automo. Talk to me about this game. What happened? How did Rawr completely overwhelm Foxy?
I mean, they went for the Roshan. Both times Foxy Gaming had no contest. And that's honestly where Foxy Gaming was at their strongest, right? When you go for the Roshan, you come in there, you throw Midnight Post, throw Black Hole. You have so many strong things in Roshan, but they never were able to contest them. Then Rawr sneaking that out was honestly all they needed to do to win the game. They were also, like we said, they were a bit slower than I would have liked, but once they put the speed on with the Aegis, they were able to just get all they needed. Foxy Gaming, I feel like Honey Lisa was a bit slow with those eggs. We didn't see it. But the first egg came 34 minutes into the game. We weren't able to get any solid black holes either. So miscommunication between Foxy Gaming, I know it is, but Rawr was incredible, especially Sherry on this Morphling. Absolutely stellar performance on her.
Wait, who is miscommunication?
Oh, they're a bit on Foxy Gaming, right? Like,
Okay, no, I'm gonna stop now. We saw OO today just completely dismantle Rawr. You saw now Rawr playing today. Do you think they've learned something? Do you think they'll have a chance tomorrow?
Yes, but I mean, OO looks like they're very powerful, right? Like they've been looking very dominant the whole time. Rawr, I don't know if that's if it's enough, but you know they showed today they could take very strong team fights. Like they could go against the enemy team who has a better, not better trap, but like a bit different strategy, just overwhelm them. They could keep that speed up against OO. I think they might be able to take the series tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll see if that's gonna be the case, though. Guys, that is it from us for today. We're gonna have to send you back to our lovely panel to give you all the info to analyze this game and, of course, to end the program. Ladies, take it away.
Huge congratulations to Rawr for going to the grand finals, but also well done to Foxy Gaming for ending up in 3rd place. you still get a really nice little lump sum of money. But at the same time, they really both played super amazing this last series. But honestly, for me, I would chalk up the last game to draft. I think like Rawr knew exactly what they were doing. I think they knew that Foxy tends to play late and they tend to play slow. So you could really see that also with their picks. I mean, they have both the PA and the Enigma. They didn't really have that early fighting safe laner. You had to get those items unless, or like you have to get your BKB. And if you didn't have it, like it was really hard to come to the fights as a PA. But they took that opportunity. They got the Morphling again, and Sherry just dominated. What are your thoughts on the last game, Aurora?
I think like it's a must. Like they stop banning it and instantly Raw just takes it. Like, yeah, we're not, we're not hesitating. We're taking this mask. And also, the last pick from Foxy, I would say it's not a bad Enigma game because there are no, like black hole counters, all this, but it's not that good because you already have PA, you already have Ember, who's like not gonna have a good time because there's a DP in the game, and there's a Grim as well. So it's gonna be hard for the Ember to sort of function or like execute the plan. And on top of that, you already have a PA who needs time. Like doesn't matter PA lanes Mars or like DP, she's gonna have a hard time anyway. So you really need the off lane to be someone who can take some control, like take a little bit of control of the early phase and then just wait until, like PA has enough time to build her items, all this. But yeah, I think they tried their best.
Yeah, it's hard because like Nin was also 4-1 like 12 minutes in. Like she was doing it. I thought they were actually gonna maybe have a tougher game, but it kind of honestly looked one-sided once they started going to all these team fights. Once they actually started like playing together, it was always like a 4v5. Like PA couldn't like fully commit because she would just get obliterated by the Morphling. But I think our bracket is ready for tomorrow, so let's see who is playing. We already know it's OO versus Rawr. It's a best of 5, and as you can see, we've been through a lot of games already. Foxy Rawr or Red Horse, Rawr OO, Rawr Foxy Gaming, and Foxy Gaming Red Horse. Now we have the absolute best of the best. Now with these two teams, who do you think will win it all?
I think I will favor a little bit towards, OO. I think they really showed a very dominant performance today. And it's against Raw as well. So I really think they will be my choice to be the champions of this elite. But Raw has shown that they really can be back on their foot after, such a defeating series from OO. I think they will be able to learn from it and adapt. So I think they'll be able to put out a good fight before going down. If
Yeah,
they
I
are
think
going
so
down.
as well. Especially after seeing US performance today. Still a big fan. Wow. But thank you so much to everyone who watched today, everyone in chat. And I hope you guys all had a really fun time watching FSL Elite Dota 2. And thank you again to the partners of FSL, Yahoo and Intel, who make all of this possible. And that's all for today. Any last words, Aurora?
You guys better be here tomorrow because it's like the first grand finals of FSL Elite. So be here with us.
Yes, that's it. You heard her first. Be here. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching.
Thank you. Bye.